McAfee Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Good afternoon and welcome in to Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri, home of the Grip and Rip Baseball League and the site of this sandwich meat game in the GRBL Sunday triple header. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger. My partner for this one, Clay Odell. And Clay, we've got an interesting little matchup here, a non-divisional game between the Springfield Metropolitans, who come into this thing winless 0-2, and the managerial career of three-time MVP Clay Murphy, opposite the Branson Showmen, who are 1-1, coming off of a pretty close win a week ago on Sunday night on baseball night in the Ozarks. Not trying to bring up sore memories or anything, but I certainly think a little bit of momentum on the side of the Showmen going into this one, wouldn't you say?
I would definitely give the momentum to the Showmen. They've got the sticks for sure. They definitely have the sticks. They have the power. But it's still early. I mean, we're talking week 3 here. Don't hold the Mets out. They might have a slow start, but I think this is going to be a bit of a boxing match going back and forth today.
I have in my time in this league seen a team start 0-2 and then go on to win the Howard Bell Trophy. So yeah, you're absolutely correct there. Wins in August are nice, but they pale in comparison to wins in October. Pretty good pitching matchup in this one between a couple of veterans, and both clubs shaking some things up a little bit. Metropolitans are going to start the veteran Ben Van Gorp out of Evangel University on the Hill, and it's a shakeup for the Showmen as well. They've been using Tyler Abma in middle relief, but today he is the starter. So the 2023 Pitcher of the Year, Tyler Abma, going up against BVG, two guys who can certainly get it done, but it's going to be a little bit of a styles clash, this pitching matchup.
I would agree with that. I think I think a lot of teams right now, particularly the Showmen and the Mets, they're trying to figure out their strategy for what pitcher, for what inning. You know, who is our starter going to be? But we're we're going to use him for 5 innings. Are we going to start the game for 5? Are we going to finish the game for 5? Either way, both of them have a depth chart on their roster for pitching that, it's going to keep a lot of hitters on their front foot today. I don't suspect we'll see a lot of drives as much as it is hitting the other way, ground balls. They're going to have everyone out on their front foot, so it's a great pitching matchup. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And as you can attest, having just played out there in it, it's a hot and humid day here at Meador Park. Temperature right now, we've hit our, high was supposed to be 91. Right now it is 92, but humidity is hanging right around 50% with winds out of the south. So dare we say balmy conditions out there for the boys.
Definitely some baseball weather for sure.
So we will step aside, come back, bring you first pitch right after this. It is Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free all day on YouTube.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga? Every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
Speed you through lineups here real quick. Branson Showmen take the field first as the home club. They will go with Jacob Carlson in left field. Skylar Carter is in center today with Chris Leggett in right. Justin Parker is the starting third baseman. Trey Turner, who had a very exciting debut going 3 for 4 at the plate a week ago, will be the starting shortstop. Ben Hammett opposite him at second base, and Tyler Rusk is the first baseman today. Behind the plate, it will be the rookie Alex Bird out of Mission University, receiving pitches from the veteran out of Drury University, now calls Branson, Missouri home. That is Tyler Abma. Tyler Abma, originally from Miller, Missouri, still holds, by the way, the single-game strikeout record for Missouri high school baseball. Picked up 22 Ks in a single game, and yes, the math doesn't exactly math there, because a standard high school baseball game in Missouri is 7 innings long, so you would think, well, 21 is all you could get. But no, there was a dropped third strike, so he had a 4 strikeout inning thrown into the blend for good measure. Tyler Abma. He and his wife lived in Utah for a time. He played in some men's leagues out there, but when they moved back to southwest Missouri and moved to Branson, where she works as a physician, Tyler Abma came calling for some of his old Drury Panther friends here in the Grip and Rip, and has found home. You know, Clay, what has always impressed me about Tyler Abma is just the consistency with his delivery, with his throwing mechanic. You know, sometimes a pitcher has a tell or has a tip, you know, when they're throwing off speed versus the heater. Tyler Abma seems to do the same motion every single time.
Every single time, and you know, when you're sitting in the box facing him, it's the same arm slot every pitch. Every once in a while, he might drop down a little bit to just try to fool you. And that's a pitcher's game. Hitting is timing, pitching is disrupting that timing. But everything comes out of the same arm slot, so it's you just have to focus on the bill of his cap and then hope you pick the right pitch.
9 innings pitched for Tyler Abma this season, 1 earned run on 8 hits, 12 strikeouts to 3 walks. It's a 1.00 ERA. Mets leadoff batter is Clay Murphy. The player manager has switched some things up, to say the least. He is leading off with himself. He's got Harrison Broadstreet in the 2 spot. It'll be the center fielder Harrison Waters batting 3rd. Zach Young, the first baseman, will bat 4th this inning, should anyone manage to reach safely. But the Mets 0-2, shaking some things up a little bit, to say the least. So Murphy, out of Wolf Lake, Illinois, has been hitting well here in 2024. 4 for 8 with 3 batted in. Make it 5 for 9 as he sends a no-doubt single out there into center field.
That's a great leadoff hit. Just right up the middle. Nothing fancy, nothing, not trying to overpower. Just get the ball in play, get it to the outfield, and get somebody on.
So Harrison Broadstreet gets the start today at second base. Wears number 13 out of Hannibal LaGrange. He is a stand-up comic from Springfield, Missouri. 0 for 5 for the campaign. Was 16 for 30 a season ago with Moon City. This is his second stint with the Metropolitans. Won a championship with the club in 22. Grounder to short. Turner got it over for 1. That's actually Carlson playing second base, not Hammett, and then he threw it away. So Broadstreet will be awarded second base on the error. Now I gotta refigure what everyone's doing here. This is not the lineup card that I was given. So Justin Parker is not at third base. He's in left field. And the Showmen have so they've got Turner at third. And the shortstop is a player to be named later.
We'll call him Crash Davis for now.
It's Thomas McFarland is the shortstop. We've got all sorts of just reconnoitering to do. Carlson has moved himself to second base, and you know, that was the kind of the plan when Jacob drafted this team. He's been a third base or a center fielder rather for much of his career. Then he drafted Skylar Carter. We said, "Where are you going to play?" He said, "Wherever."
Anywhere on a ball diamond is good. Especially, it's always a good feeling to know that you can draft somebody or get a teammate that's better than you at that position in a league like this. So they can go do all the hard work. You get to play maybe something different.
Already wearing out my eraser today. Batter is Harrison Waters in the left-handed batter's box. Sprays 1 foul. Harry, single season record holder in this league for base hits with 16 of them. That came for the Mets a season ago. He had 14 in 2023. "14 hits in 10 games. Still getting it done, I'd say.
Yeah.
Abma from the stretch breaks the hands at the midsection and comes home. That's outside.
Abma doesn't seem like he's putting too much on it right now. I think he's trying to get just a little bit more warmed up. He'll get more settled in here.
Swing and a foul back off the bat of Harrison Waters. Umpires for this one, Tyler McNeely behind the plate with Curtis Eaton and Mate Miller on the bases. Miller will be the plate umpire for the nightcap. No stranger to the GRBL. He's been working games in this league for several years now. But it's the first time we've seen McNeely. So there's a walk issued by Tyler Abma to his fellow Drury Panther Harrison Waters. So look out, first and second for Zach Young, the 40-year-old out of Bolivar, Missouri. Second year in the GRBL following a gap year. Zach went to Missouri State back in the day. 3-4-7 with an RBI. Looked at a called strike there on the inner half.
This is a situation you really want to look for as a hitter. You've only got one out. You got runners on first and second. And you're just so bad right there. Want to put the ball in play. Want to get the ball into the outfield. Let those runners move, you know. And then they throw you a breaking ball like that, and you go, gah.
That was a big old want-to swing for sure. That time Abmo went to the fastball. Young fouled it off. That's going to get not quite to the Mets dugout, but out of reach of Tyler Rusk for sure.
And Abin knows too. I mean, he knows the point of this situation. And first inning, it's always good to go out your first inning as a starter with a 0. You want a goose egg. You don't want one run. You don't want anybody to get momentum, especially the Mets.
Abin came back to the breaking pitch, and Zach Young goes down on strikes.
That was a good pitch. Good pitch. And that's what I mean. You could see there, it comes out of the same arm slot. So his fastball and his curveball, you basically have to make your mind up, which one am I going to swing at, and hope that he throws the one that you're thinking.
Here's Cole Hazelhorst, the flight instructor, originally from Woodstock, Georgia, looked at a called Steerike. Batting in the 5th position today. Mets had him in the cleanup spot, but they moved Zach Young up, and they moved Hazelhorst down a position. They're still keeping him sandwiched in between Zach Young and Mark Blehm. It's pretty good protection. Well, but you know, Cole is doing some pitching now in addition to catching, so there's a lot of non-hitting stuff that I know occupies a lot of his mind and his preparation.
High heat is always so difficult to lay off, man. Strike 3. Way to end the inning, though. You know, Abner coming off, having runners at first and second base. Like I said, nothing too powerful, nothing off the wall, out the yard. Wasn't trying to just blow it past everybody with his fastball, which is electric. Just a good, solid start for the inning to walk away with a goose egg.
Yep, 0-0 our score. Showman and Metropolitans back with more right after this.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. The best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
BVG, Ben Van Gorp, to the hill for the Springfield Metropolitans. Born in the Netherlands. Really? Yeah, it's the son of a couple of missionaries, believe it or not. But he was as he likes to tell people, he was an all-star in the Dutch Little League. But the family ended up back in Southwest Missouri. So BVG went to Nixa High School. It's not quite as exciting, but then played college baseball at Evangel University. Works for Cox Health.
Okay.
And has been in the GRBL for basically since the onset. He's one of 12 active members of the original 60 here in 2024. So far this season, 3 innings, 3 earned runs on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batsman, 1 wild pitch. So a little bit of everything, as they like to say at my favorite Mexican restaurant. And Van Gorp getting the start today for the Metropolitans, who are shuffling things up a little bit. Skylar Carter grounds to the shortstop, 2 hops. Clay Murphy up with it. Had to get out the gun there to get Skylar Carter, but pulls it off.
That was a good infield play. It was hard charging, but he set his feet, just sent a rocket over there. I mean, it's no secret that Clay has an arm in this league. I mean, everybody gets a little nervous when they know he's on the mound, let alone short.
So here's Jacob Carlson, 2 for 8 for the campaign. 56 hits lifetime, and a career that began out here in 2019.
Well, don't put it in his wheelhouse, or he'll let you know you did.
And Gorp being a little bit careful. That was a slider. We're back even 1-1. Carlson got a hold of that, but I think it's going to stay in the park. Out to left, it is over the head of the left fielder. And a nice piece of hitting there for Jacob Carlson.
Carlson just missed that one. You could hear the sound on that one. He just got on top of it, or just got under it just a little bit. If he would have teed that one up right, we might be having to call a timber service to come clean up one of the trees out there.
Well, nonetheless, it is a double, as he was able to get it over the head of the left fielder. That's Dalton Winkler. Mets going with Winkler, Harrison Waters, and Dave Allen making his first GRBL start today out in right. They've got Blehm at third, Murphy at short. Second baseman is Broadstreet, and Zach Young is the first baseman. Hazelhorst and Van Gorp, the battery. Called strike there to Trey Turner, the rookie from Neosho, Missouri. Played professionally in the Washington Nationals organization as a pitcher. Selected in the 10th round of the 2017 draft out of Missouri State. Van Gorp went off speed. Trey swung out of his cleats looking for heat. So ended up fouling it straight down.
Yeah, if you're going to bring it inside to Trey, you better get it by him, because he'll do the same thing. I mean, he'll put it out there in the trees. Felt that pain last week.
He was his GRBL debut last Sunday night. He was 3 for 4 with an RBI. That came on a home run. He also had a double and a single to his credit. So, and a long fly out. If that would have been a triple, that would have been the cycle. But that's a big strikeout there for Ben Van Gorp. Got him with the off speed there.
That was a great pitch, great executed pitch. It definitely fooled Turner, which is, that's part of this game. You're going to have a lot of off speed. These guys are going to be keeping the hitters on their front foot today.
And the Showmen kind of stacked up with power hitters, so that's where craftiness comes into the game. BVG's got it. Facing Tyler Rusk, who swings and chops this one back off the mound as Van Gorp underhand toss to Young.
Is he swinging a pencil?
That is a bat that is painted to look like a pencil. The old number 2. You feel like you're about to go take the ACT or what there, Clay?
Well, yeah, I don't know what that is, but that is great.
It is. I'm honestly surprised that he had it at media day. I was surprised to see him actually get in the box and play with it. I thought, man, that's a wall hanger. What are you doing, T. Rusk? He said, oh no, I'm playing with this one.
Yeah.
So Rusk in the pencil, 0 for 1. We are scoreless. Back with more right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need professionals who care. At Roof Repair Pros, our skilled team delivers high-quality roof repairs with attention to detail and precision. Call us at 417-776-164 for free estimates. Craving authentic Venezuelan cuisine? We're bringing the vibrant taste of Venezuela right to your neighborhood, introducing Chemo's House. Arepas, taquinos, empanadas, and refreshing Venezuelan drinks. We are located in 2166 State Highway 248, Branson.
Tyler Abma back to the hill. I'm Rance Berger. He's Clay Odell. And the batter is going to be Mark Blehm standing in to face Tyler Abma. So it'll be the 6, 7, 8 guys in the lineup this time for the Mets. So Blehm, Van Gorp, and Calvin Dreyer. Blehm pulls one. There's a big dive from Trey Turner. Could he? Oh my goodness.
What a play.
There are just not many guys in the GRBL with that kind of a rifle to make that throw that Trey Turner just did.
And with the throw, I mean, his agility, I mean, he dove right for the line. He's on the line, and to get up that quick on your feet and send not just even send a bullet over there, I mean, on target, that was a great play. Great play.
Absolute dart. So here's BVG 1 for 3 for the season. Standing tall, swinging and missing at the slider. Van Gorp, 35 hits in his GRBL career.
And you said he was born
in the Netherlands, yeah.
The Netherlands.
Yes.
That is so
That is
cool.
where baseball is called honkball, I have learned.
Oh.
I'm not sure what happened in the translation there, but yes, honkball. That is not fabrication, folks. Go get out the Google machine, it'll tell you.
That is awesome.
So yeah, his parents are just missionaries living abroad, so
okay.
Van Gorp family came up in Europe and then came back to the United States after the mission was over, I guess. Swung on and missed there. Tyler Abma mixing pitches well.
That's what I mean. It comes out of the same spot. It is so deceptive. He has such good stuff, you know, and he's not afraid to throw you a fastball. He's equally not afraid to throw you a changeup. He just likes to attack hitters.
Here's Calvin Dreyer, former Showman. Second stint with the Mets, actually, for Calvin. He's become something of a steady hand. 5th year in the league out of Lewisburg, Missouri. Went to the one high school in Dallas County, that's Buffalo. Still actually helps out. He's an assistant coach with the baseball team there. He's one of those guys, Clay, with about 6 different vocations. So high school baseball assistant coach, just one of them. He's a water line installer for city utilities. Also runs cattle.
He likes to stay busy.
Yeah, very type A, I guess.
Why do one thing when you can do 5?
That's just it. So pretty good hitter though. Went to North Arkansas College. Hit very well at North Ark. Carried a .328 average as a freshman. Pops this one. That's going to get out of play.
Sitting with a 1-2 count right now, my guess would be Abner come after him. He's either going to throw a fastball or he's just going to throw that down and low breaking ball. Oh, he left it up.
Yeah, that was the breaking pitch, but that did not break as Abma wanted.
He about got reminded.
So Calvin got under it instead, but I think Dreyer recognized it just a split second too late.
Well, he just missed it. A good sign to know that the hitter just misses it is when they foul it directly back to the backstop. There you got it.
Yeah, I got under that one. And on the infield, that's Thomas McFarland. You know, he was a center fielder mostly for the Mountain Ducks a season ago, so stand to reason that's a catch he can make. It's 3 up, 3 down. We will go to the bottom of the second. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball, but the Metropolitans and the Showmen scoreless to the bottom 2.
Your local hot seat dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine hot seat parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Ball Benny, Ben Van Gorp back to work for the Springfield Metropolitans. 0-0 the score, heading to the bottom of the second.
Did you just come up with that, Hawkball Benny?
No. We talked about that before.
Okay.
That's you know, I was asking Van Gorp at one point about Dutch baseball, and then I was like, well, yeah, I wonder how do you say baseball in Dutch? And then when I found out it was honkball, I was like, well, that's a well I need to go to early and often. So
there you go.
And he said, just call me Honkball Benny.
That's baseball. Everybody needs a nickname. You know, you got who's on first, what's on second, I don't know who's on third. You know, everybody needs a nickname.
Well, Justin Parker usually goes by the not-so-creative JP, but that is the name. That's kind of what everybody calls him. And JP has been getting it done in this league for a long time. Inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2023. 58 hits lifetime, looking to get something going here in 24. Does have a sac fly RBI to his credit. But looking to heat up the bat a little bit. He's originally from Branson, actually played for the Hall of Famer Steve Lale, Commissioner Tony Lewis's father-in-law, and the league's director of operations. But Justin and his wife Christina now live in Republic.
Looking at the size of him, his nickname should be Big Country.
He's not a small gent, that's for sure. So it works. He's the sales manager for a used car dealer here in Springfield. True story. I actually bought a car from JP a couple springs ago.
Nice. And
yeah, he's imposing behind the desk. I'll tell you that. I said, just tell me a number. I'll probably agree to it, JP. Just. Whoa! As the bat slid out of the gloves.
He's trying to be imposing to the crowd over here. Let's keep them on their toes as well.
He's like, look, I may be not having a hot start to the season, but needs to.
Well, that right there, there's, you know, this is called grip and rip for a reason. He took a hack.
That was a rip. Lost the grip.
Get the guy some pine tar.
It's 2-2 to Parker. Van Gorp winds and fires. Yeah, that was the breaking pitch. Parker hit a dinger and an elevator shaft, but Van Gorp off the mound to field that one himself. So the parade of power continues as here comes Red Poseidon Toby Yorks, speaking of nicknames.
You're killing me.
Toby Yorks probably spends more time underwater than Jacques Cousteau himself. He is, seriously, he works at the aquarium. I asked, you know how some scuba divers will tell you, like, oh, I've got X number of dives or whatever?
Yeah.
Toby dives every day, literally as part of his job. So he said, man, I quit counting my dives a long time ago. So
I'll be darned.
Typical 8-hour shift. He might be underwater for half of it. 2 for 6 so far this season in baseball on dry land with an RBI and a double. But yeah, very interesting story. It's like a kid from Rolla, Missouri. He always had this dream of being a marine biologist, so he went to college and made it happen. And now works for the big aquarium. Tell you what, if you ever want to just have an interesting conversation for a couple hours, get him wound up talking about stingrays and.
Oh wow!
You know,
is this the aquarium over at Bass Pro?
It is. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where he works and does that, huh? I'll be darned. That's awesome.
He's
Here I was thinking, I saw him last year, and I said, yeah, your nickname for me is Big Country or Sasquatch, and now it's like Scuba Sasquatch or something. That long hair and beard.
It's quite the sight. And Toby drew a walk there. So Red Poseidon is aboard for Ben Hammett. I don't think Hammett has a nickname. We need to work on that. I heard his... Or no, this is not Hammett. This is McFarland, sorry. Thomas McFarland out of Maryland Heights, Missouri originally. Get my scorecard straightened out here.
Yeah, that lineup card and what they gave us is not the same thing playing, but that's okay.
It's all right. We're professionals. So
well,
Thomas,
you are. I don't know what I'm doing.
Thomas stands in, a second-year guy. I was with the Mountain Ducks last year, had 4 hits. Thomas is a percussionist with a touring band called Blue Madison. You can actually, like, this is, you know, a lot of people say they're in a band, but Thomas, like, you can actually find his band on Spotify and, you know, other streaming services, so definite legitimacy.
Might have to see if we can play some of his band's stuff.
We
here.
have, they have played, they played championship weekend, and then, yeah, we have cranked some songs over the stereo speakers.
That's great.
Weirdly can't do it here on the YouTube channel lest we get a DMCA strike, but gotta love U.S. copyright law, Clay.
Oh yeah, my wife with her company and bar and exercise and all that. She's oh my goodness, the copyright stuff she has to deal with for being able to play music for these workouts. It'll make you cross your eyes. Goodness.
2-1 pitch to McFarland, grounded right side. Zach Young is going to throw to second to get the first out, throw back across, not in time. So what do you think of that? Should Young have stepped on the bag, or was he right to gun it over to Murphy?
Well, I when all else fails, get the lead. And I think that it's exactly what he did. He hesitated for a second, which you can, but after his hesitation, hey, get the lead. You still keep the double play in order. And if he would have stepped on first, obviously he would have had to yell tag. It would have made the out at second more difficult to acquire, but it still could have been done. So I think in that situation, post hesitation, just get the lead out at second and keep this double play intact.
And the Mets almost turned it. Just McFarland was able to get down the line, get there by about a step.
That's a good hit.
Tyler Abma, great piece. So McFarland's going to go first to third off of that. Although not without a little bit of a contest. Nice job by Dave Allen in right.
Yeah, he came up firing for third. He had his mind made up that I'm looking 3, kept the ball relatively down, but that was an excellent piece of hitting because that was behind the runner at first, in between first baseman and the runner. And golly, you get 2 or 3 or 4 of those in a ball game, let alone an inning, and you're going to be sitting in a good spot.
So batter is Alex Bird. 2 outs here. Swing and that will get foul.
I've kind of been shocked playing this year here. How many bunts, swings, and haven't made it.
Yeah,
30, 40 feet up that line, but because it's turf and not dirt, it's not rolling foul. It's actually staying in fair.
It's almost like it tilts the ball into the swinging bunter's favor.
Right.
Yeah, we've had a couple of those where fielders just sort of escorted the ball and patiently waited for it, and then had to pick it up in fair territory.
Yeah, you're not in dirt, and you know that's going to make every third baseman right now should be taking notice of that.
Yeah.
To really just come in and charge to make the play regardless, because it will stay fair. It's done it a lot.
0-1 to Bird.
Good piece of hitting.
Yeah, runner took off. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
But the Mets will get out of the inning as Harrison Broadstreet got the ball over to Zach Young in time. Almost, we thought, pretty nice hit and run, but Harrison Broadstreet gloved it and got the throw over.
Well, it sounded like he broke his bat or hit it on the end. He didn't hit it solid, but to hit the other way, to have runners moving like that, that's what you want to do. Good piece of hitting.
So we remain scoreless, headed to the third. Back with more after this. Big thank you to the GRBL's title sponsor, Henry's Towing. When you're in a jam on the side of the road, you got to make the call. You got to let Henry do it.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Back to work in the top of the third. 0-0 is the score between the Branson Showmen and the Springfield Metropolitans. As we suspected, Clay Odell, pretty nice little back and forth between Ben Van Gorp and Tyler Abma, but the fielders for both respective clubs having a little bit of chance to shine too.
Oh, absolutely. They're all prepared, ready to go. That 3 o'clock game, a little bit easier than the noon. You know, sometimes noon, we're busy getting out of church trying to get here. So those first few innings might be a little rocky. 3 o'clock, most of the guys had time to go home, get something to eat, get stretched out, ready to go. So these boys are settling in now. Coming into the third inning, if your starting pitcher isn't settled in and dealing, might be in for a long day.
It'll be Dalton Winkler up here, the left fielder for the Mets. Swung on and missed at an off-speed pitch. It was a swing. Told me Winkler was sitting dead red, expecting a heater, and Abma slowed it down.
Looks like he did it again there.
Yes, he did.
Throwing back-to-back breaking balls, which, you know, is going to happen. This league is very much known for first pitch breaking ball. If you're sitting on a first pitch fastball and you get one, consider yourself lucky.
I think that's a really big adjustment new guys have to make. It's just the amount of, you know, pitching backwards or just, you know, pitch sequencing is different in this league. You know, instead of fastball change, you're going to get slider slurve or something to that effect.
100%.
Swing and a miss there by Winkler. Alex Bird touches him with the dropped third strike. That is now 4 strikeouts for Tyler Abma.
Having a day.
Well, they had a day last week. Threw 5 scoreless innings for the Showman in that game, coming on in middle relief.
You just had to bring that up in my presence, didn't
well,
you?
Hey, I was about to say, you guys did get 3 hits on him, and he struck out 8, so if there's any solace here, Clay, it's that he's perhaps on pace to, you know, usurp the strikeout total from last time.
It's one of those moments I'm going to be silent and kind.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. I've been watching sermons on the mound every Friday. I see what you're doing.
Just trying to bring positive encouragement to the world, that's all.
I appreciate it.
Oh!
Dave Allen just yeets one into left. Back goes Parker. A couple steps in front of the warning track, but he hauls it in. And man, yeah, Dave Allen, young man from Everton, was thinking about going over the 14-foot wall out there.
Well, he about did it. It sounded a little hollow just up here in the booth, so it sounded like he just missed it. But today, if you get it up in the jet stream, you got a pretty good chance of getting it out of here.
Yeah, got a nice, it's about 11 mile per hour, the wind out of the south. And yeah, if you're a right-hander and you can pull it toward left, you got a chance. Back to the top of the order go the Mets. Clay Murphy puts one in the air to center. Skylar Carter got an interesting beat on it, kind of stutter step there, but he hauled it in and he made the catch. I think he was thinking like that ball might carry a little bit more than it did.
Yeah, that's the deepest part of the yard too, that 395 to deep left center. If you get it up in the air and you're playing deep enough in center, most of the time it'll pretty much just come right to you.
3 up, 3 down for Tyler Abma and the Branson Showmen. They will come to bat in the bottom of the third, still scoreless with the Springfield Mets.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
BVG back to work for the Metropolitans. Not quite, I suspect Clay Odell, maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. I suspect Tyler Abma for sure is going to get the 3+ designation to pitch 5 innings today for the Showman. And we'll see what the Metropolitans do with BVG, if he's going to be the 5-inning guy today, or if they're thinking about doing a little something else.
I definitely think Abma should. Just the position that Branson's in the stand, they want to stay ahead.
Yeah.
And, 9 innings of ball, you want to make sure your other guys get some good work. But the best opportunity they have is to keep him in full 5.
Here's Chris Leggett, right fielder for the Showman, sponsored by Handyman Rentals.
Those are some cleats now.
Bright, in a word. Watch as a bouncer go by. Chris, the 2020 GRBL Rookie of the Year.
Wearing cleats like that, you suspect somebody better be really fast. So if they get the ball in the outfield, look out.
He's got some good wheels. Looked at a called strike there, so we're back even. Yeah, this is, the reason here that Leggett is in this spot in the order, is not meant to be an insult to his hitting. It's meant, it's kind of the old philosophy of having a speedy guy at the bottom of the order, so it kind of sets the table for your table setter, Skylar Carter, who's in the on-deck circle.
100%. Well, when you
see American League clubs do that a lot.
Oh, absolutely. You used to see a lot of the National League clubs.
Well, now that everybody has the DH, yeah, but that was the reason why, way back in the day, Tony La Russa liked to bat his pitcher 8th and then have a position player bat 9th. That was, sometimes that can turn into just a little too much big braining, perhaps. But I think in the GRBL that definitely plays. We've seen other clubs do that through the years historically, and I suspect that's what Jacob Carlson's doing here.
Well, and you do want to break up your speed a little bit. You get some heavier set guys without wheels. It's you're running behind a guy who's carrying a Volvo, and you're clogging up some base paths. It's frustrating when you're the guy who does have wheels.
3-2 payoff is out of the zone, and so Ben Van Gorp just put the dangerous Chris Leggett on.
So now you got a situation, 0 out, top of the lineup. Your 9-hole, he's got speed. Fake a bunt. I would sit here and go, all right, let's approach a bunt, at least see if they're going to bite, but get green light, take second base.
Yeah.
If you got the wheels, get there. See if they do that here.
Mets fielders kind of playing like they might be holding, but it's a wild pitch, so yeah, no need to tip anything when that happens.
No, that was not a Ricky Henderson moment of Ricky gone. That was, ball's by him. I'll go ahead and take the free gift you're giving me.
So now Carter can swing away a little more freely.
Right. Well, if he doesn't,
even
on second, lay down a bunt, put it on the first base side.
Van Gorp attacks with a breaking pitch. That's a called strike. And this is 2 really experienced guys here in BVG and Skylar Carter. So they've faced each other throughout their respective careers. So BVG might nibble a little bit here too. Misses that one outside.
Well, Skyler's a good contact hitter.
Absolutely.
And so you don't want to give him anything free. If he's gonna hit something, it's gonna have to be something low and away. Put it on this side of the dime. Might get lucky and be able to catch him up in between second and third.
That was a breaking pitch. Just didn't go the full 60 feet 6 inches. 3-1.
Way to keep that ball in front of
Yeah,
him.
it was a nice block by Hazelhorst for sure.
And these situations, when you're trying to keep it low, breaking balls down, you got to trust your catcher to be a wall back there.
Long look in for BVG and then a step off.
He's getting in his head.
Showman trying to call out balk. A little bit of history there with Van Gorp. Here comes the 3-1. Another breaking pitch and a swing and a miss. That's a big second strike there.
Yeah, he's looking to put the ball on the right side of the field, which is good. That's why that breaking ball outside worked right there. Don't bring him in right now.
3-2 full house. Here comes the payoff. Fastball, and Carter goes the other way into left field. Leggett gets the go-go sign, and then, the ball got by Winkler. So Leggett scores. It is 1-0 Showman. An RBI base hit for Skyler Carter. Breaks the deadlock.
That was an excellent piece of hitting by Skyler Carter. You know, the outside pitch, he's probably already looking outside, but you can't bring him inside because he will pull it down the line.
He's a dead pull given that opportunity.
But
absolutely.
That pitch has to be down, and that was left up just enough, and he's a good enough hitter to remind you of an inch of difference. So, and he slapped it the other way. What a great piece of hitting to get a run on the board.
So Carter is on, nobody out, and the batter is Jacob Carlson, who's 1 for 1 today with a double, 3 for 9 now for the campaign.
Now you have Carlson and then you have Turner. Both guys look like they come out of Nordic folklore. So,
Carlson's kind of leaned into more of the Viking imagery these days. Got,
they
got the walk-up song. He carried an axe for his promotional photo shoot. He's getting into it a little bit.
Bringing up a Mjolnir, or however you say Thor's hammer. Mjolnir.
I think that checks. Breaking ball up and out of the zone for Van Gorp. Well, Carlson has probably, I would say, packed on about 25 to 30 pounds of muscle since he joined this league in 2019.
That's a lot of red meat.
It is. And, Carlson was always an athlete. I remember I actually saw him play high school football when he was at Nixa. He was a quarterback and was kind of a dual threat run-pass guy.
You look at, notice where his feet are.
Yeah.
Carlson actually gets his toes right up there on the line. So he's going to force you to throw outside. And because he's putting the pressure on you to bring it inside, which is his wheelhouse. But if you miss inside and you're off the plate, you hit him.
Yeah.
And when you're pitching against Thor, it's not going to hurt him. He's not afraid. So he's putting that pressure on the pitcher. And then you have Trey Turner coming up here.
Yep.
And it's like, good Lord, Thunder.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like he was cut out of granite.
Yeah.
Trey Turner, 0 for 1 today, 3 for 5 now, lifetime in the GRBL. And what's crazy is, he really had the bat taken out of his hands in the late stages as a college player, and then was a professional pitcher. But the junior college lad, look at how, gosh, talk about crowding.
So if you can't see from the camera angle, he's literally
standing on the line.
The in on the New Balance on his shoes, it is on the line. The balls of his feet are outside the box, closer to home plate.
Now he's going to back off about, half a step maybe.
He must have heard us up here or something. A little birdie landed on his ear.
An umpire said something, one of the two. But yeah, Van Gorp bounced one there, so that evens us up 1-1. But yeah, Trey, as a junior college player at Crowder, he hit 370, so he was a good high school hitter, good junior college hitter. And he was this right here is why he was excited to come out here and play ball with us.
Well, I'm sure Coach Lolleman, that clip his shirt?
No, he says.
No.
It's a called strike.
The
Yeah, Travis Lolleman.
Oh, I'm
Crowder.
sure. Yeah, you get Travis down here. He's just going to be, him and Jen coming down. They'll have a lot of fun supporting him, but at the same time, poking the bear of humor towards him.
Yeah.
Crowder's a great program. Coach Lolleman really knows what he's doing down there. He's had a lot of success for a long time, and anytime you see ball players coming out of Crowder playing for the 2, maybe redshirt 3 years, you're going to get a quality ball player.
2-2 to Turner. He turned on it beautifully. Out into left field it goes. Showman will send Carter, no problem. Carlson's going to dive in at third safely. So it's an RBI single for Trey Turner, and it is 2-0 Showman.
Another RBI, man. You know, these guys, when you look at Turner, you look at Carlson, they could sit here and hit moonshots all day. But that right there on both accounts is just good piece of hitting. Just get the runs in. Get your RBIs. Start. It's an early ball game.
That was, dare I suggest, a little bit of finesse there with that approach. At least with 2 strikes for Trey.
100%. He definitely rolled on top of it, but he got it out there where it mattered.
Tyler Rusk swung and missed there. He was 12 for 32 as a rookie with the Mets a season ago. 9 RBIs, including a home run, 3 doubles. 1 for 9 now. So a little bit of a cool start with that number 2 pencil. But I know the Showmen are not going to move him around the lineup too much, as Carlson, the manager's got to have a feeling it's not a question of if, but when for T. Rusk. Here's another kid who went to Crowder College but really injuries derailed his junior college career, and then he finished out at Central Methodist. So he only had, 69 plate appearances as a freshman there, and was used. The way he described it to me is his use was pretty sparing, and then he had knee and back problems, I believe, as a sophomore. Turner's going to go swipe second base without a throw. Hazelhorst at least faked a throw.
Well, there's no reason to not take that bag in this situation. You got 0 outs. You're up by a couple. First, second pitch, get down to 2. Take the pressure off of number 12 here with his number 2 pencil, and maybe he can draw one out to the outfield.
I heard what you did there. Chopper to third. Blehm up with it, and then he throws home. It was too high for Hazelhorst to apply a tag. So no outs generated off of that play for the Mets. Another run comes across for Branson, 3-0.
In a situation like that, you know, you take the ball. That's a tough play. The ball really bounces on this field. The new turf, it's got a lot of hop. So when you're midway through the dirt getting a bounce like that, if you're going to come up and fire it home, it's got to be on target. But you equally have to make a really strong throw to still get the guy at first. Either situation, you have to just have your mind made up. We're either going to let the run at third just go, and try to get it back later, and just get the out at first, or we're going to try to get the out at home.
So now they've set up a force out. That's not a bad back pick move there from Van Gorp to check Trey Turner, but he got back safely. A couple of Missouri State Bears talking smack there, Clay Murphy and Trey Turner.
Well, don't let Trey Turner fool you. He's Big Thunder out there, calling down lightning. He's still quick.
Yes.
He's got quick feet. He can run. So he's not afraid to get off the bag, and he can get back. Now, line drive here, ground ball here, I wouldn't be surprised at all if he scores.
Justin Parker watched a curveball dip into the zone for a called strike. It's 1-1. JP popped up to the pitcher first time. Van Gorp dropped the slot down to go sidearm.
He wasn't expecting that one. He fooled him on that one. He was setting, it looked like he was setting up on a fastball, but the way that arm slot and the way it went out, he got him.
The 1-2.
Doing a happy dance on 2.
Just a little agility work. Parker swung hard. This is grounded to short. Murphy had to dig for that one, but they get the throw across to first to get 1 out. It does advance 2 runners into scoring position. So that is 1 down.
Red Poseidon.
Red Poseidon, yeah. He had a bat that said that. We also call him the Splash Man.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Red Poseidon is engraved on one of Toby's bats. Toby Yorks.
Nicknames in baseball are just so fun.
Well, Toby's the kind of guy, if you get to know his personality a little bit, he's very into sarcasm and dry humor. He's actually tried a few open mic nights recently, but
I do not find that surprising.
Toby's the kind of guy who needs about 7 nicknames.
Yeah. Well, and being playing for the Ducks, coming in and you change, getting ready in and out of the dugout and stuff like that. You cross paths with him. He's such a nice guy.
Absolutely. 2-0 pitch. Just enough break on that to get it past Toby Yorks and his trident.
May the power of the locks flow. Right there.
Swung on, yeah, up the middle it goes. A dive, but it caromed off of the mitt of the second baseman, Broadstreet. It's going to bring 2 runs across for the Showman. It is now a 5-0 ball game.
Man, and that's, you really got to give it to Broadstreet. That was a great effort. That ball up the middle like that hard, this bounce, that's a hard play.
Absolutely so.
He should not get down on himself with that one. Just, good piece of hitting. Hit it up the middle, get 2 runs. Red Poseidon wins.
Here's Thomas McFarland, reached on a fielder's choice, first time up. So he's from Maryland Heights, Missouri, went to Pattonville High School. So this has always perplexed me. There is not a Pattonville, Missouri. You'd think like Pattonville is named for a town. No, it's just the high school is called Pattonville, but it's in Maryland Heights.
Okay.
Which that sounds like it should be a high school and not a city.
Well,
I don't know.
Can I just say this, that it's in Missouri where pretty much anything goes, where nothing makes sense?
I can tell you that for sure. Having previously in my career, I had to cover the Versailles, not Versailles, but the Versailles Tigers quite a bit. Up at Lake of the Ozarks. Breaking pitch from BVG. Didn't have enough distance. Thomas McFarland ahead here, 2-1.
They still have an availability to get the double play. Even right now. Okay,
yeah,
that's
even
a walk.
with the walk, yeah.
Throw the ground ball. You get a ground ball, get a double play, you get out. Now, it's kind of tough, and this is what makes most baseball games interesting. Like right now, it's ringing 5-0 Branson. Now, that's just one inning. When you really start to look at all the ball games where there is the box score at the end, there's one inning that one team has 5 or 6 or 7.
This is pulled. Left side, Blehm opts to throw to second base. Broadstreet stepped on the bag for 1, and then they threw the ball off the front of that protective screen.
Red Poseidon's on land, he ain't on water. He's staying put. So.
He is, yeah. Toby. Yeah, Toby's done some interesting things in base running before, but today is not the day, and that was not the time.
Well, the double play was intact, but it's still early, and a lot of teams can jump on you in the second, third, fourth inning, get 5-6 runs. There's so much ball game left. Don't count the Mets out. You never know what'll happen.
First and third with 2 out. The batter is Alex Bird. Yeah, we've seen 5 runs, certainly a big one, but I mean, heck, we've seen an 8-run inning already once this year. That happened with the Mavericks and the Mountain Ducks week 1. So the big one is always lurking.
We scored 7 that first inning, or
yeah.
that first inning, and then it was a bunch of duck eggs. The rest of the ball game. We almost blew that one.
Bird chops this one to third. Mark Blehm fires across one hop, and then Young cannot hang on, so Yorks will score, taking advantage of a little bit of Mets misfortune. It is now 6-0. If you're Ben Van Gorp here, you just got to keep your head up.
Yeah, he can't get down on himself, and when things. It's one thing as a pitcher where they're hitting the ball where your defense isn't. But when they hit it to your defense and you know, that throw might not just be perfect, and you might not be able to scoop it. It is frustrating, but he shouldn't get down on himself right now. Like I said, there's still six more innings of play. Just get your hitter. Don't focus on the runners. Just get your hitter. Get out of the inning.
Showman using courtesy runners here for both the pitcher and the catcher. So Josh Wilbanks is the lead runner at second, and Chandler Maples is on running for the catcher Alex Bird. He's the tail runner. Chris Leggett, the batter, he led off this inning with a walk. So the Showmen have gone around the order. Leggett's in a 1-1.
He let him off with that curveball, and now
Yeah.
he threw a breaking ball, and it looked almost on the same level, but might have been inside.
Another curve. That was inside. And we're 2-1. Grounder left side. Murphy, the shortstop, up with it. His play is at second, they get it there in time. Yeah, good decision. Good job by Murphy, and a great job by Broadstreet to hang on. So the Mets get out of this inning, but man, what a big third. 6 runs go on the board for the Branson Showmen, and so they lead this one 6-0, but still plenty of baseball left. We will go to the 4th. It's coming up right after this.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Ranceberger, Clay Odell with you live for this one from Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri. It is our third and final Sunday here at Meador, and after the Labor Day break, this game will head on out to Ozark Mountain Sports Complex in Ozark, Missouri, the birthplace of the GRBL. That's where we will be for September and October, except for the 2024 Howard Bell Trophy Championship game. We'll be back here at Meador Park.
So on behalf of myself, and I know a lot of guys on the Ducks, we just want to say thank you to Drury and all who were involved to let us play here.
Yep.
It's a very, very nice facility, and they're even doing more updates, and I think it's really great that this league is being able to be showcased a little bit here. It was great complex.
It was a kind of a big move for the GRBL to play anywhere that was not Ozark, Missouri, but taking the show into Springfield has done well so far, and certainly when you're playing on a ballpark that just had $1.8 million worth of work done to it, that's always nice. So Harrison Broadstreet facing Tyler Abma. That is pulled, and Street gets himself a base hit.
I think that ball just gripped that ground and pulled it further towards the line, hooked away from it, because he looked confused when he stood up.
Trey Turner, the third baseman, thought he might have a play on that. No, he did not. So Broadstreet is on for Waters. No surprise here, really, Clay, as the Showmen are going to stick with Tyler Abma. He's going to be the 3-inning guy, or the 5-inning guy, rather, I should say, today for the Showmen. So we expect he will, barring something catastrophic, pitch this 4th, pitch the 5th, and then they will have to make a Henry's towing pitching change for the 6th. But for the moment, Abma going to be the guy for the Purple People Eaters. It's Harrison Waters, that one might be out on Fremont Road. Got out of here foul in a hurry.
He's got a quick bat. And being left-handed, quick bat, he's tough to pitch to because he can hit the opposite field as well.
Yep. Hit .307 for his career with the Drury Panthers that finished out in 2010. Lifetime here in the GRBL, 46 hits for the career. This is Harry's 5th year.
Just like that.
Swings and launches that one. My goodness, that's still in the air.
He's got quick hands, and he's able to fight it off. And this is what's so tough. You have to be, I mean, it's a true decision to bring him inside or not.
Yeah.
Because his quick hands, he'll pull it down the line. He'll put it off the Gidney sign out there. But if you throw away, you got to keep it down, and hopefully you get a ground ball out of it.
So Waters trails 1-2. That was definitely not the best pickoff attempt I've ever seen Tyler Abma do. And then he I don't know what that's about exactly.
Did he pull the pin on the grenade before he threw it over there, or what?
I think that was just an excuse to trade jokes with Harrison Broadstreet or something. I'm not sure what that was. Now he comes back home and he misses high. So, you know, little gamesmanship is one thing, and now he's still talking. What are these guys doing?
That's what they do. You know, and that's, you can't tell from here. Nobody out there is really bickering or hollering at each other. They're really joking around. That's what's fun about these guys in this league.
Abmo went to a slider there. This is on the ground, right side. The play will be Carlson to Rusk, second to first, one away.
You know, most of the guys here, you know, they're all so nice. They've all got families. They're all working all week. They're living their lives, being husbands, being dads, and then they come out here to play a ball game, and they each know kind of they're in each other's shoes. So they're really encouraging one another, joking with one another, really just making it fun. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, man, I might want to play in that next year or try out for the first time, come on out. It's a great league to play in.
Zach Young pops this one. Alex Bird, the catcher, back to get it, and a nice job by Bird, adjusting at the screen, keeping from running into the net and having a yard sale, and he hauled that in and made the out.
Yep, that ball, those balls that go behind home plate like that, it's got that backspin on it. So as that ball spins, it goes up, and as it comes down that line, that last 15 to 20 feet, it will suck back towards the field. And he was getting position, finding the wall, and about the time he found the wall, that ball started to drift back, but he reached out and put a good basket catch on it for an out. It was good defensive play. Nothing makes a pitcher happier than when you see your catcher make a play like that, get the out.
So that's the second out. Still a runner at second for the Mets, and the batter is Hazelhorst, who gets his first hit of 2024 at a good time. It's into right. Chris Leggett guns one home, and my goodness, Broadstreet just administer last rites. He is absolutely roasted and toasted. Chris Leggett, the throw from right field and the tag from Alex Bird keeps one off the board.
Yeah, when you're at second base and that's a ball through, and it's in to your right fielder, and it's a short porch throw, you better be run, Ricky, run, or you're going to get hosed by 15 feet just like that.
This is the second time this season. Chris Leggett had one of those last week, by the way. I think we need to update the scouting report and stop testing him.
Yeah.
6-0 is the score. Showman in front of the Mets. Clay and I are back in a sec.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
a Henry's towing pitching change for the Springfield Metropolitans, the first of 2 that will be required per GRBL rules, and they go to the Todd father from Fairgrove, Missouri, Todd Tolbert. 1 2/3 innings of work thus far in 2024. 4 earned on 4 hits, 1 strikeout. 45% first pitch strike percentage that I'm sure Todd will tell you needs to come up for him to be effective out here. But good slider, good curve. Really typically works the off-speed stuff. 54 years old. He's the 2nd oldest player in the GRBL, but I can tell you this, Clay Odell, Todd Tolbert is a guy who has inspired a number of his teammates through the years. He is the example of what happens when people as they age do the right things, eat the right foods, get plenty of exercise. When Todd's not playing baseball, he's running half marathons, for crying out loud. So gets up every day to hit the treadmill and train, and just a good example and an inspiring guy to a lot of players out here.
I've done my fair share of running in the Marine Corps, and anybody I think wants to run a marathon, I think they're ill. Maybe 12-step counseling is in need, because when I got out of the Marine Corps, I said, I am never running ever again. And I see guys like this doing it, and I think, man, that's just, I think it's awesome that these guys do this. And he's being an inspiration to his teammates and me. You said he's 54, and I'm sitting here looking at myself at 40 going, I don't want to be that guy that's an inspiration. I kind of want to be, if I'm 54 and I'm playing out here, just get me off, take me out back and shoot me. Get me done. Be like, you don't need to be out here. You're going to fall apart.
No, see, so Todd broke into this league back when it was founded in 16. At that point, he was just a ripe young 45. So.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, the Todd father, as he is known.
I'm having a lot of self-confidence right now in the booth with you, Rance. Just looking at this guy.
So Todd will certainly be a change of pace from the Mets starter Ben Van Gorp. Gets to start off with the top of the order. It'll be Carter, Carlson, and Turner for the Showmen. They lead this thing 6-0.
First pitch bounced it. Got a little bit of a cricket going on for the day.
So 1-0. Hazelhorse tried to frame it. It's going to be 2-0.
I tell you, if you can run marathons, there's no doubt you are in shape.
Swing and a foul ball back. Todd, this was back, gosh, I interviewed him right before he turned 50, and what he said at that point was, he said, I know I'm going to be 50, I know I'm going to be one of the oldest guys, but I just don't want to accept that I have to decline. Just the way he phrased that kind of showed off some of the determination that he brings to the table. And he said, I know that there are certain things you can't prevent, as you age. He really got scientific about it. He said, the body's center of gravity naturally rises, and there's only so much training I can do to try to fight that off. But if you're Todd Tolbert, he said he would do it as long as he could. Almost hit Skylar Carter there, but SC kicked a leg out of the way and dodged it.
Well, what a lot of these younger guys don't understand just yet, especially these guys in their 20s. The first thing to go as you get older as a man is your legs. The flexibility, the speed, just outside. Just a bit outside.
Yeah, missed it and walked Carter, which is a dangerous thing to do, and he knows it. Tolbert's been in the league long enough to know free passes to Carter will be pounced upon.
But the first thing to go is the legs, it always seems. You're not able to run as fast, you're not able to lift as much. You really have to work your lower half and your core the older you get to keep that center of gravity and just to have an overall strength and feel good. When your legs go, the next thing is your back, and when your back goes, it's really hard to come back and play the way you used to. So the fact that he's running marathons, I mean, that just shows his lower half's in good shape. You're going to be able to do a lot. And Satchel Paige put it best. Hey, when it comes to doing things, age is a question of mind over matter. If you don't mind, age don't matter.
There's a check throw, and Tolbert very aware of the dangerous base stealer that Skylar Carter can be. Jacob Carlson crowding in, taking away the inside, is daring Tolbert to go in. He does, and Carlson pulls it into left field. Carter will run for third, and whoa up there. Carlson dives in head first for second base. So just like that, second and third for the Showman, trying to add to this lead.
Carlson is such an aggressive hitter. If you're going to leave, it's kind of just one of those, when he's up to the plate, don't give him anything clean to hit. Make him hit the breaking ball. Make him hit it low and away. You know, if you give him anything up, anything inside, he's just going to do what he just did, or he's going to put it over the fence. And Big Thor here, you know, Trey Turner, same way. And to have that back-to-back, that's a tough outing for a pitcher.
There's Turner with first base unoccupied. Doesn't matter. He's going to get there and then some. One swing, sends one into left. That is 2 RBIs for Trey Turner. It is now 8-0. Branson Showman. 3 ribbies in the game and counting for Trey, by the way.
Yeah, both of them hit that 5-5 hole. I mean, it's not cookie cutter, but they're both up on the plate. They both are strong. They have quick bats. They're looking inside. You put it there, you're going to get exactly what you just got.
Yep.
Now's a moment to, I mean, you can keep that cycle going, but I'd love to see some oppo here.
Yeah, they're giving Tyler Rusk plenty. Instead, he pulls it, and that is yet another single out on the ground into left field in front of Dalton Winkler. So Tyler Rusk had been slumping, so that's a nice just bit of hitting there to break out of one there. Not trying to do too much, I think, was the approach there.
Well, and that's when you're in a slump. You know, Nolan Ryan put it the best. When you're in a slump, no matter what you do, it's like a bad cold. It'll last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But just to get one to break through. You may still be in that slump, but it's just enough of a confidence booster to go, I'm excited for my next at bat.
Justin Parker looks at a cement mixer high out of the zone.
Because being able to just get one through like that 5-5 hole, it gets you excited, like you have confidence that you can at least put the bat on the ball.
There's a wild pitch. Runners will advance. Now, Clay, when you say 5-5, tell the folks at home what you mean there.
You know, when we do the who's on first, what's on second, we break down our when we're keeping the scorebook. You know, the pitcher's position is 1, catcher's 2, and then you have the third baseman on the number system is the 3. Second baseman is
he's 4. Yeah.
Then you have it skips shortstop.
Yep, he's always 6, so the third baseman's 5. I'm following.
Exactly, and so
it's in the air to center field. It's a base hit for Parker. Turner will score.
They hold him up there.
And then the ball got loose on the infield. So JP, a little bit of a veteran move, speeds up and takes second.
And so you have the 5 is the third baseman, and like you said, shortstop is 6. So you have this 5.5 hole. They call it the 5-5 hole. Tony Gwynn had written on the tongue of his cleats 5.5. So when he walked up to the plate, he would tap his toes and look down, hit the ball into the 5-5 hole. And how many hits and clips have we seen of Tony right there between the shortstop and third base?
Gotcha. I'm with you now. I learned today.
And my son is left-handed, and I tell him there's a lot of ball players you want to be like, hit like.
Yeah, Tony Gwynn's a great choice.
Yes, good swings. His little buddy Logan has a very much Tony Gwynn-esque swing, and I just keep telling him, just think 5-5. There's more money to be made in baseball, foul pole to foul pole, than just trying to hit, home runs.
Toby Yorks. The left-hander pulls one in between the first baseman and the second baseman. That will score Rusk. It is now 10-0 for the Showman. It's now 3 RBIs in the game for Yorks, who is doing a little slump breaking of his own.
And you look at this inning right here. We've had 3 hits in a row in between short and third, the 5-5 hole. Now we just had one on the opposite side of the field in the 3.5 hole. All these ground balls, it's nothing major. You don't, to stack runs on, you don't have to swing for the hills. You don't have to drive the ball to the gap. If you just get the ball in play, and you hit the right hole. You hit it where they're not.
Yep.
You can cake on runs so quick, and here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. By golly, and it's already 10-0.
Yep, 4 runs and counting so far this inning. Still no outs on the board.
And I don't want to give the Showman too much credit, but they're putting on a clinic right now, just kind of hitting the hole and running.
This is how to play grown-up baseball right here. You're absolutely correct. This is Thomas McFarland at the plate. Mets have a reliever up in the pen. That's left-hander Landon Wright getting loose with purpose out there. But they hang with the Todd father for the time being. 1-0 to McFarland. Caught the outer half for a called strike.
It's a good pitch.
It's McFarland 0 for 1 today. Walked his last time up. Part of that big 3rd inning. Breaking pitch, swung on and chopped. Blehm, the third baseman, has to throw across. Young had to adjust, but he did keep the foot on the bag as he was falling backwards and kind of rolling up the windows there.
And this time, you know, the first play he made, he was back, and he made that play at home with the runner at third. And this time he decided to go to first instead of come home. And it would have been a shorter throw, maybe an easier throw to get the runner at home. But at the same time, as a position player, when you look up and you see 10-0, 11-0, it's just like, get the simple, easy out.
It's time to get some outs, sure. So Parker, the run, was plated there. It is now 11-0. That pitch went behind. Tyler Abma wild will allow McFarland, or check that, not McFarland. That is a
that's Abma at the plate.
So yeah, that's it's Abma at the plate. That's Maples running for somebody. Maples running for Yorks, I believe, is what that is. So he's at third, first and second unoccupied, 1 out. And a called Steerike.
Abba doesn't like it. He was double taken. Kind of freezing there going, are you sure? Of course, he would know better than anybody whether he'd been given that one all day.
He should have an idea of the zone at this point in the game. Tolbert went back to it, and that was right on that low outside corner.
I would suspect him to throw his curveball now. At least try to get something to chase, or just not technically waste a pitch. But put something a little different than what was just thrown.
Yeah, they set up outside, and that hit him in the back. And yeah, Tolbert frustrated. That was a curveball that just didn't hook for him, so he hit Abma right on the back.
Good thing he got hit by a curveball, not a fastball. It's always easier to walk away from a curve. You know, they made the movie The Trouble with the Curve. They made that after me. When I played in college, that was the scouting report. Was throw the curve.
Spam the curve?
Oh, man. I only hit one time, and I hit it about 375 over left center. But that was I mean, any blind squirrel can find a nut. And I happened to have that day.
Right, so you're saying it was a little more of lady luck on your side than a skilled bit of patience?
Well, I honestly think it was. I was actually trying a 34-34 bat, and I got lucky. I was just trying to swing that thing, and the curveball fooled me, but my hands were back, but then the weight of the bat was coming through even slower. And I think I just happened, it was off Matt Hahn with St. Louis Christian, and we were playing at Joe Becker and Joplin.
Okay.
About 17 degrees that day.
Yes.
Next
one of those college ball games.
And,
first and third for Alex Bird. Grounder to the shortstop for 1. Dreyer fires across. They turn to a 6-4-3 double play. So nice bit of fielding there for the Mets, but certainly damage done as 5 runs go up on the board that inning. It is now an 11-0 ball game. Metropolitans need to start chopping. They'll get at it in the 5th right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Workplace injury? You can't afford to be financially set back. In Missouri, our workers' compensation laws are found in Chapter 287 of the Missouri statutes. You need an attorney who knows these laws and has worked with them over the past 25 years to help injured workers. The call is free. The results are exceptional. We've won millions of dollars for our clients over the years. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
Back on for the Branson Showmen in the fifth. They lead 11-0. Springfield Metropolitans. Clay Odell. Well, you know, we've brought this cliche out a few times, but I think it rings true. You don't have to get it all back right here, right now, but it would certainly help to get something back right here, right now.
It would. The main thing is right now it's early, and you're gonna figure out teams right now what they've got, where hitters like to hit, and it's one thing to throw them the pitch now. To see their habits, you know, are they going to be looking for this pitch, the same pitch, when you're, you know, a month from now,
sure,
when you're getting into the later thing. And so right now for the Mets, I wouldn't say, I mean, you play to win the game, but I wouldn't say that, hey, we're going to try to make a serious comeback. Hey guys, let's set a goal. We just need to get 3 runs back in the next couple innings and just play hard-nosed. We're not dead. We're not just going to roll over. We're still going to compete and make this team play us, you know?
Sure, and the thing about this, too, is Jerry Kelly pinch hits for Springfield here, facing ABMA. Showmen are a GRBL South team, whereas the Mets are in the North, so this is their one and only regular season meeting. They're not going to see each other again unless it is in the postseason, so certainly time to maybe gather a little intelligence for later.
Well, and for the other teams who are watching too, I mean, this is what's great about the league. You get the opportunity to sit around and watch the next games.
Yep.
Yeah, I would recommend every pitcher and every coach, everybody do that. Study these hitters, know their tendencies, get a scouting report, know what they want to go after, and work around it as the year goes by.
There's a bouncer that got away, ball to Jerry Kelly, formerly a sergeant in the United States Army. Now works for the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Called strike 3 there.
That's a good pitch. That just, you know, froze him.
Yep.
He was looking
slider,
for a breaking
slider
ball
for a strike.
And he just put it low and away, and he had some zip on it, you know, and this is probably going to be his last inning, so he's not afraid to reach back and just let it rip.
Yep, let it eat. So here's Todd Tolbert, is 1 for 2 for the campaign.
All right, Marathon.
21 hits in the career of the Todd father. On base percentage is good as he got hit by a pitch, so that's north of 660. Swung on and just missed a slider there.
So he looked like he was right there on both pitches.
Tolbert's got a powerful set of hands. You know, he will admit he maybe is not fast getting to everything as he used to be, but when he gets a hold of one, it usually scoots. But Tyler Abma was able to avoid it that time. It is back-to-back Ks for Abma. He's got 6 for the performance, and the batter is Calvin Dreyer.
Well, as you get older, I'm figuring this out now at 40. I've had great vision my whole life, and that's a blessing from God. But you look down, I look out there now, and I'm like, my vision's going away. It's tough for me to see the spin on the ball, the rotation, you know. We get older, that vision goes down.
Calvin Dreyer chased upstairs. Said something to himself as he stepped out there. Just,
what are you swinging at that high pitch for, man? Come on now.
I think that was just it. Abma came back with a slider down to jump ahead here, 0-2.
I believe that was what he was saying to himself. I've said it to myself. I don't know how many times out there in that league. So told it to Abma last week. What are you letting me swing at that for?
Abma came back, went inside, and Dreyer fought it off to stay in the hunt here.
Yeah, that's the high fastball is so hard to stay off of because it's the easiest pitch to see. But your hands, sometimes your hands don't hit what your eyes do see.
Abma attacked down that time, and that outer half was just his. He finishes up his pitching performance by striking out the side. So 5 shutout innings for Tyler Abma. His pitching day is done. Showmen are going to have to go to the pen, and I'm sure at that thought the Springfield Metropolitans breathe a sigh of relief. But right now it is Showmen 11, Metropolitans nothing. Bottom of the 5th is after this.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Joselina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
Oh goodness, the 5th inning. Kids run the bases. Metropolitans, several of them talking to their youngsters out there, coaching them through the experience that is human NASCAR on turf. And much like the Coke Zero Sugar 400 at Daytona last night, there was a pile-up at the end. But I will always say, you can't beat that middle of the 5th. A little bit of a distraction perhaps for the ball players, but ultimately I think the endorsements are more positive than not. It is a Henry's Towing pitching change for the Springfield Metropolitans. Their manager, Clay Murphy, in the 5th. Wasting no time, he's going to go to himself. So Murphy. And the Mets still have the 3+ designation, so should the club be able to get the bats going and mount a comeback, Clay Murphy could actually go the distance and pitch, in theory, through the end of the 9th inning. I think that's his thought, is just time to get out there, let's get the bleeding stopped, and let's give our guys a chance to do something, do anything with the baseball bats, especially with Tyler Abma having to take the sit.
Well, that's what I wonder if he was. This can make this game very interesting because Clay has the ability to basically write nothing but goose eggs up there for the rest of the game for the Showman. And so he's got the ability, he's got the stuff to shut them down. The question will be whether he does it or not, but then on top of that is, are the Mets going to come full throttle at the plate and work their way through Branson's bullpen? Has yet to be seen. But that's the difference kind of in strategy with these two games is that their number 1 starter started. The Mets' number 1 starter is now closing for the second half of the game. So this could get interesting. I mean, it's baseball, baby. Anything can happen.
And the Showmen, I think, are trying to remind themselves, yes, Clay Murphy is a 3-time MVP, but Clay Murphy is mortal, and his mortality has shown here in 2024. 5 1/3 innings. He has given up 4 earned runs. I think that's safe to say the most we've seen him give up in terms of earned runs. We have to go back. Well, not even his rookie year, he gave up just 3 earned runs that season. So, but a 6.75 ERA right now out of Clay Murphy on 7 hits across 5 1/3 worked is. That's not certainly the start he was looking for the campaign and as a player manager, but That's just the reality of the math at this time and point. He's facing Marcus Rader, Branson rookie. He doesn't know anything about any of that history, so all Marcus Rader has to do is relax and go hit right here. Swung on and missed. Down on strikes he goes.
Well, he's working in a quick rhythm too. Clay is, and that's what you want as a pitcher. You know, especially as a teammate when you're out there watching. You don't want to see pitchers walking halfway to the mound, getting the ball, taking precious sweet time around the mound. No, get in that rhythm. Shut those hitters down, and you're going to throw better strikes, better pitches when you're in a quicker rhythm like that.
Yep.
You want to make it the offensive strategy to slow you down.
Yeah.
And Clay's not going to allow him to do that.
Murphy's done fastball here against Skylar Carter, who took a little bit of a look back at a called strike on the outer half. Skylar today, 1 for 2. Grounder right side. Zach Young calls off the help, steps on the bag to get the out.
Nice smooth play on the turf. Lord knows no Billy Buckner's going to happen over there. That's good. I mean, as a pitcher, get your strikeout, great. Throwing ground balls like that, easy ground balls for your defense to make the play. That's just great work.
So Jacob Carlson is 2 for 2 with a walk thrown into the mix. Murphy would like to get him just for the bragging rights.
I don't want to say there's no love lost between these two, but you're basically getting two Rams locking horns right now. These are the at-bats we all, in the dugout, everybody kind of, hey, we want to see this one, you know.
Everybody's up on the edge right now. Yeah, it heightens the tension a little bit, and you know, Clay and Jacob being both, you know, not new to the league, but new to managing teams here in 2024. Has he got a cramp?
Well, he might have done something. He's been walking around. He grabbed his calf, and he looked to the umpire to get some kind of a time. Oh man, that's something we don't want to see. Is we don't want to see anybody go down out here.
He's acting like he's not. Of course, I think Jacob Carlson's impervious to pain anyway, so he's not really indicating that he's really hurting. This may just be a cramp. We'll see. Taking a little slow walk.
He's walking okay, but you can tell that the feeling there is not right. And now
Murphy jogging off.
Well, gang, we don't know what's going on.
I don't know what he's
right
doing
now.
Is he gonna go get Jacob a banana or something?
I don't know. Getting some salt pills or pickle juice. Get your pickle juice here.
I don't know what that was. Maybe unless he was just.
I think he went to go get something or wipe his hands off, get a drink maybe, while he was walking around.
Very
over
overtly going for the pine tar.
Yeah. Well, I hope not. Let's keep it clean now, folks.
Clay Murphy doesn't need banned substances with the filth he throws. It's nasty enough.
Well,
now the umpire, yeah. So Tyler McNeely went over to go get a swig of water, I think, out of the jug. So after all that excitement, Carlson's going to gamely try to get back in there. These guys are all friends. The Battery and Carlson, all teammates back in 2021 with Moon City together. So, you know, they know each other. A little bit of looking out, but a little bit of a delay nonetheless. 0-1 to Carlson is swung on.
You can tell he's hurting.
It's into shallow center for Waters. Squeezes it and hangs on, and yeah, something's just not quite right.
Yeah, something's up with Carlson.
Skip.
In his approach there at the plate, he didn't look like he was comfortable. It didn't look like he was set. He just kind of looked like he wanted to put the bat on the ball to get the inning over. But
so we'll keep an eye on him and try to get you an update here before this one is over. But nonetheless, we will forge onward to the 6th inning with the Showman leading 6-0 after a 1-2-3 for Clay Murphy.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Well, I hear the plastic wrapper crinkling. That can only mean one thing. Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon out of the bullpen. You didn't know he was named Fruit Snacks? Oh, goodness, Clay. You got to get out more.
I do. Apparently, I need to spend more time interviewing these guys and figure out what all this is.
So the scouting, I mean, we'll talk about his pitching in a minute, but so Justin Loudon, no lie, right now, the back pocket of those baseball pants, I guarantee you, he's got a pouch of Fruit Snacks in there. So he will go to it periodically, but occasionally you will see him, like if catcher goes out to have a little talk on the mound, or shortstop comes over to say something, he'll whip out the bag and just pop a snack into the teammate's mouth. He has even done it, sometimes Justin will play first base. He's been known to give fruit snacks to opposing players as a reward for, getting a base hit. So
I would not take that. Of course, you're talking to a guy who about died literally twice, almost choked to death 2 times on Skittles. So
well, Fruit Snacks has been, he picked up the nickname around 2021 with the Mavericks championship team as he throws a strike there to Dalton Winkler. And it has just kind of stuck, and he has since, most certainly leaned into the shtick a little bit, if you will. Here's a grounder left side. Trey Turner, the third baseman, is up with it. Rifles it into the basket of first baseman Tyler Rusk for the out. So Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon gets it started by getting Dalton Winkler.
The thing about Loudon is he's just he throws strikes. He's a good inning eater.
Mm-hmm.
He knows he's got a good defense behind him. So he's not pulling the fascist take of let me get all the strikeouts. If he gets a strikeout, he's happy with it. But at the end of the day, hey, get ground balls, get the outs, let's go hit.
I know Justin, from visiting with him very candidly, he's not been happy with the way he has pitched so far this season. He's got a 12.54 ERA to show for it. So he's changed some things up. He told me for the first time since I was in 9th grade, I'm going to wear high socks. He said, I got to change up something to try to, just shake off whatever that was through the first 2 games. But going to the high socks, and just kind of changing the philosophy a little bit, doing exactly what you just said, which is try to trust that the fielders behind him are going to help him out. Here's a pop-up off the bat of Landon Wright. Charging in to get that is Chandler Maples. First he had to avoid the collision with Marcus Rader. Then he had to adjust and ended up catching that basket style, but Maples adjusted well and hauled that in.
Well, and at this time of day, the sun's it's at the right spot where you hit a fly ball, the dying quail, the high arc, over second, into right field, in between right field and second base. As a second baseman, you're praying that your right fielder's going to call you off in plenty of time.
Well, Maples did that there for Marcus Rader as Clay Murphy stands in. Take a moment to mention Justin Loudon, sponsored by the Twin Crescent Drive-In. That is a drive-in movie theater in Buffalo, Missouri. Yes, indeed. An honest-to-goodness drive-in theater. This time of year, it's usually Friday and Saturday nights. Show usually starts at 9. You kind of have to wait until about an hour after dark.
The good old days.
After dusk, if you will. But yeah, it's a really cool setup they've got going there. The Twin Crescent. Find out more on their Facebook page.
That's in Buffalo. I remember being a kid coming up here to Springfield way back in the day.
Yeah, well, Springfield used to have one. There's still one, I believe, in Aurora. But yeah, you talk about just something that is lost on a generation. Clay,
Oh, yeah.
our kids are just not even going to have a clue.
Oh, our kids have no idea. It's like, do you even know what a vinyl is? Do you know what a cassette tape is? Do you even know what a CD is? My son already in the truck, he'll holler out what song he wants me to play because we can Bluetooth it through the phone.
Right.
And we're like, no, son, you just need to listen to what you're going to do what your mother and I had to do with our parents. You got to listen to whatever Dad is playing.
Mm-hmm. And you hoped he had a tape deck. Otherwise, you got whatever the FM DJ felt like playing.
Right. Well, my dad, thank God, he listened to a lot of Cardinals baseball. So my best memories as a kid was driving around in the car with my dad, or the truck, really, old 79 Ford.
Yeah.
Just listening to Jack Buck and Mike Shannon call ball games.
Loudon attacks his buddy Harrison Broadstreet with a called strike there.
Carthage still has a drive-in.
right,
They
yeah.
got one down there, Route 66. The Goodmans own that. And nothing like a drive-in. Double play ball.
Yeah, Marcus Rader feeds it for one, and that's all they needed.
Oh, do we not get 4 outs and carry it over to the next inning? Is that not? Oh, okay. All right.
Showman decided they didn't need to bank one, so just goes down as a good old 4-6 fielder's choice on the scorer's book. 11-0 is our score. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. That's next right here, live and free on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Clay Murphy back to work for the Metropolitans. No surprise here. I think they're going to stick with him until it ain't warm no more. He is going to face Trey Turner, Tyler Rusk, and Justin Parker for the Showman here in the bottom of the 6th.
It's going to be interesting to see because is Clay going to bring him inside? When Trey is sitting on the plate like he is, quick bat, Clay still has a good fastball. Is he going to put it inside, or are we just going to see low and away?
Starts him off with a slider that Turner fouls off.
Left it up. Now, you got your 0-1, most important pitch when you're pitching.
First pitch strike.
First pitch strike. Tell every kid that. The most important, strike 1. Number 2, fastball. Let's see what he does here.
Actually tried to get him to chase a breaker. Turner did not oblige, so we're even.
So Turner's probably going to be sitting there waiting, forcing him, I want your fastball.
Ooh. That was it. And then he fouled it back.
Yeah, this is fun. This is the fun part about the game. You got two Titans, 2 Rams locking horns. You got a 1-2 count. Now, if you're Clay, you're going through your head going, do I throw him another breaking ball? Do I try to spot a fastball? He's sitting here going, probably getting a breaking ball of some kind to swing at. There it is.
It is grounded to the shortstop. Winkler throws across.
Got him.
In time. Got him by a step.
That was fun. It's just that chess match, that back and forth. Am I going to get the breaking ball? Okay, I'm 1-2, I'm 2-1, whatever. This is his best pitch. This is where I'm set up. That's the beauty of watching baseball, figuring that out.
So with Murphy on the mound, Mets have switched up the middle of the infield. It's Winkler at short with Jerry Kelly at second base. They've got Van Gorp now patrolling left. Still Waters in center with Dave Allen in right.
And Rusk with his number 2 pencil.
Ready to take the test. There's a breaking pitch. Oh my goodness. Winkler not able to trap that. I think that would have hit prior to him being able to glove it anyway.
It looked like the pole was in my way just for that split second. It looked like it hit the ground.
I think it was, it was tailing down fast enough that Wink would not have the opportunity for a clean catch.
And those hits like that are very difficult to field sometimes because it is low. There is a high top spin, so you're not exactly sure how it's going to hit and bounce. Woo! Inside fastball. Little inside off the plate, letting him know, hey, I'm up here on this bump still. You can't just crowd me.
Justin Parker hit an RBI single to center his last time up. He's 1 for 3 today. And then he chased a slider.
But those top spin line drives like that, ground balls, it's really incumbent to get in front of it. If you try to backhand it, it'll eat you up just like it did there.
Murphy tried to go up the ladder. Parker laid off, and so he's now ahead 2-1.
He throws that high fastball a lot, and if you watch when he gets into a count with 1 strike, it'll come the curveball or a slider after that. He wants to, it's almost, a lot of pitchers try to set you up by throwing, if they got 1 strike, 1 ball, 1 and 2, okay, I'm going to bring a higher fastball, maybe he'll chase. The next one, a slider or a curve to come out of that same slot where the ball is, like that.
Yeah.
And so now he's got a 3-2, but now he's thrown the slider, and then he came back there with another breaking ball. I couldn't tell from my angle if it was a slider or a curve. But he's setting it in there. Now I would expect just another low and away like that.
No, they try the back pick throw, so Parker goes down on strikes. They almost turned it into 2 on Tyler Rusk, who's hopping up on the bag there.
From your angle, it looked, from mine, I couldn't tell if it was a slider. It looked like a slider to me. I didn't.
Yeah, no, that was the slider.
Okay,
You know, Murphy's curve is slow. Murphy's slider has zip.
Yeah.
So that's usually the velocity's the indicator there for him. And just not to mention, the slider is his best pitch. I mean, he has diversified the arsenal a little bit as his career has gone on and just as he has aged. But number 1 pitch for Clay Murphy is the slider. That was a breaking ball with no break that has Chandler Maples laughing his way out of the box there.
A breaking ball with no break. That's the story of my life and how I pitched, I tell you.
There it is. There's the slider. Maples had to know that was coming, but he opted to watch that one anyway, thinking there may be another one if he can just keep the sequence going. See what he used to be just a swing at the first pitch guy always, as he took a big cut at a Murph slider there. I was trying to compliment Chandler on his changing up his approach a little bit, and then Murphy made him whiff.
But that's part of baseball. You got to make adjustments. Am I going to be a first pitch hitter? Am I not? I'm going to let the ball come to me.
Grounder to Winkler at short. He gets it across in time to make the throw. And Chandler Maples historically has done pretty well against Clay Murphy through his career, but Murph unquestionably got the better of him there. So we will head to inning number 7. The stretch inning is next, with the Branson Showmen leading the Metropolitans 11-0. Mets looking for answers.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters: you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Fruit Snacks Loudon back out for another inning of work, trying to settle in. Good opportunity for him with the pressure off to sort of rebuild after a couple of rough outings to start the season. But kind of got halfway through the story anyway, Clay Odell. But the approach for Loudon was just, what he said to me was, I tend to try to nibble too much, just trying to do much, trying to make hitters miss. What I need to realize is just, what has sort of paid my way so far in the GRBL, which is to serve up grounders or, to make hitters get under it and serve up some pop flies. So need to just kind of relax a little bit. The high socks and maybe a few more snacks helping him do that. But, for Justin Loudon, the key is going to be, don't be afraid to pitch to contact and just trust that the Showman will get it done behind him. Stop trying to nibble so much. Here's Harrison Waters. As Loudon started him off with a slider that ran in on the lefty.
Well, and I would encourage that philosophy just for in this type of a league with these kind of ball players. I mean, it's grip and rip. Let the guy. We're here to hit the ball. We're here to play baseball. You've got guys who were drafted. They came to try out. They made the team. They're figuring out the positions. Just get up there, throw strikes, let them hit it, throw ground balls, and you're going to keep your defense more warm, more on their toes when they're fielding plays, as opposed to watching strikeouts or worse, watching walks.
Well, Harrison Waters starts it off with a walk. And that's not, atypical for Justin Loudon to have, about a walk every 1 2/3 is about an average clip for him. Walks his buddy Harrison Waters there, so here's Zach Young 0 for 2. Popped foul to the catcher last time.
He just missed a few of them last time. Let's see if he can get his timing on, get his hands on top of him this at bat. And if he does, stand by. It's going for a ride.
Yep. Zach Young, 10 hits for the Springfield Metropolitans his rookie year at the tender age of 38 in 2022. One of those was a home run, which went, over that 16-footer down at the stadium in Ozark. Waters takes off. Good throw by Bird on the bag, but equally nice job by Waters sliding, to the outside and getting in past the tag of Marcus Rader there. Just a good baseball play all around there. But Dirty Harry swipes the base. And that's what you don't want if you're Justin Loudon. Back-to-back walks like that.
That's definitely what you don't want when you just steal a base. Like, I could have walked here the next pitch,
Good opportunity here for Cole Hazelhorst. Got out of a slump with a single out to right last time up. Loudon served him up a breaking pitch that he fouled off.
He's one of the few guys in the league that hits barehanded, doesn't have gloves. And you don't see a lot of guys. I'm 40, I got to wear them because my hands sweat like a faucet.
Weirdly, when Hazelhorst catches, he does wear a batting glove under the catcher's mitt. So
that's interesting.
Yeah. Just likes the barehanded feel.
I know when I was younger playing, I liked barehand. I liked to be able to feel it. But as I got older, I kind of lost that. Had a couple shoulder surgeries, lost the feeling.
And as pitcher speeds and velocities and spins go up, you take one that rings your hands, and that'll make you think twice.
Oh, 100%. But I've had 2 shoulder surgeries on this one. I've got a pin on my collarbone, and so the feeling isn't there. But I'm swinging with such force. Took a couple at bats for me to realize I'm going to need gloves, and that was a hard transition. But drawing the walk there, bases full.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what the Mets need. They need this right here. They got nobody out, bases loaded. We're in the second half of the game. I mean, you take a good poke in the outfield right now, there's your 3 runs, at least for 1 inning, and at least just to build some confidence, like the game's not over, we're still fighting, we're still going to play baseball, we're still going to make it tough. It can all come to a head right here.
Loudon threw that one behind and over the shoulder of Jerry Kelly. So Snack's command, had a nice crisp 6th inning, but control of the zone has deteriorated here as that one went behind Kelly.
You don't think he's trying to send a message, do you?
No, why would he? I don't know why he'd start with Jerry.
Yeah.
No, I think he's legitimately, I don't know if this is a mechanical thing or what, but
hell, his mechanics look good.
Kind of lost, yeah.
He's got a very
3-0 here.
He's got a very simple windup. Nothing fit, not very, not a lot of flow. It's just kind of cookie cutter, straight to the point. He's just kind of losing a little bit of touch release point there. He might be hurting in his shoulder, might be a little tight or something.
It is now 11-1 as he walked in a run, and now Carlson's going to go out. And I kind of thought maybe he would see if Justin Loudon would settle in. I don't know what exactly the plan will be. Carlson doesn't have the glove. In theory, Jacob himself would maybe be the guy to come in for some janitor's work, but I think with 11-1, he's going to try to let Loudon do something positive here.
Yeah, that's one of those conversations where more than likely, hey, we're up 11-1. It's bases juice. I mean, it's a ground ball. We get a double play, but we're up 11 to runs. Don't try to do too much. Don't overthink it. I drafted you because you're a good pitcher, and this is what you do. Just go out there and do what I know you can do and know that I believe it. Just go do it.
Yeah.
And we'll see if he makes the adjustment right here. Just let him hit the ball. If they score a few runs, fine. You're still up 11-1.
So Van Gorp steps in with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Loudon brushed him back. It's 1-0. That was a bouncer. It's going to get away from Bird, but not to the extent that Zach Young is going to threaten to take home. Pitcher's mound starting to turn into a bit of a lonely island.
It sure is, but I mean, if you're the Mets right now, this is what you're looking for.
Yeah, just
this is what you're hoping
take
for.
what is given. Absolutely.
Yep. Hey, you know what? Make him throw. Him throw a oh, it hit him.
Hit him on the elbow, says the plate umpire Tyler McNeely. So another one comes across. It's now 11-2, and Carlson's going to go back out there. So Justin Loudon out of chances to straighten this one out. He'll live to fight another day in September. And so Carlson's going to bring in his shortstop. It's a Henry's towing pitching change. For Branson, this is Ben Hammett.
Well, you definitely don't want Loudon to be, hey, you got to go kind of talk to him. Go, hey, we're just out here playing once every 6 days.
I'd even think about using him like in right field or first base or something for an inning or two.
Take your 12 steps, shake it off, and we can't be perfect every day that we come out here. Don't get down on yourself. You got next week, take the week, rehab a little bit, stretch out, clear your head, don't worry about the rest of the game. You know what? Yeah, like you just said, go play right, go play another position, just get your mind out of it. So he's not tearing himself, he's not tearing his own confidence down.
Sure. So Ben Hammett for the season, 1 inning. He's allowed 3 earned runs on 3 hits, struck out 1 and walked 2. It's a high ERA. With a little expectation that would come down. So Ben Hammett's best pitching career was actually, or best pitching season rather, 2021. He was used quite a bit in middle relief with the Republic Locos that year. He threw 14 2/3, had a 4.3 ERA. He's been used kind of spottily, kind of sparingly. Situations like this one, more of a janitor than a gotta have you here kid kind of pitcher, but You know, good thing about Ben Hammett too is he doesn't take a lot of time to get warm, and you know that's what you need when you're doing an unscheduled Henry's towing pitching change like this one. So here's Calvin Dreyer for the Metropolitans, who now trail by 9 runs, 11-2. We're in the top of the 7th, nobody out. And so if you're Hammett, you really can't even worry too much about the base runners. Just leave that to the guys behind you. Ooh. Dreyer flares one, foul. Not a bad idea there. He's just kind of late getting to it.
Well, Dreyer, I mean, this is what you want. Your bases loaded, no outs. Go up there and take a rip.
Hammett went at him with the fastball. This is grounded to the shortstop. Throw across, brought Rusk off the bag, and Dreyer dove, but he is called out. Plates another run for the Mets. So it's now 11-3.
Yeah, when you have 0 outs, 1 out, and you're kind of trailing like this, you got runners in scoring position, you want to think to yourself, I want a good pitch to hit, and I want to smash the laces off that ball. Just hit it right back up the middle or whatever. Don't try to finesse or be too much or do too much. You'll get inside your own head. Just think, find a good pitch to hit. It's that simple, and hit it.
Dalton Winkler.
Hot fastball.
Thought that was his, but yeah, the high heat. It's been potent today. We saw that work for a couple of pitchers in the first game today, too.
That's what a lot of the guys playing in the league, more patient not to swing at that first pitch, because a lot of guys will throw their first pitch fastball, will be a high fastball up and out of the zone. And just kind of sit back and wait on it, just let it go by. Now force them to bring it down. So yeah, it's a fun thing at 40 years old, trying to pick up out of the trees back there and see.
Well, hey, maybe in the next phase you can suggest a nice large batter's eye out there.
Yeah, that would be real nice.
2-strike pitch from Hammett to Winkler. Reaches out, and look what I found. Yes, Kelly scores. Mets will send around another little bit of the excuse me swing there for Dalton Winkler, but it worked. So 11-5.
Game ain't, like Yogi says, man, it ain't over till it's over.
Big at bat there by Dalton Winkler. Mets send up a pinch hitter here. This is Grant Cundiff batting in the 10 spot. Rookie out of Missouri S&T, his sponsor C&H Industrial Reman. 1 for 3.
Missouri S&T, what is that?
At formerly University of Missouri Rolla, but it's S&T is Science and Technology.
Okay.
If your kiddo wants to be an engineer, Clay, send them there.
So it's not they don't call it Rolla anymore? Or
no, they did away with that branding a few years back. It's been Missouri S&T ever since.
Very well. My wife's brother-in-law went to school there.
No, my dad went to Rolla actually for, I don't remember if it was a semester or a year way back in the day, and he discovered that while they didn't say that in any of the recruitment literature at the time, it was basically an all-men's college, so he was more interested in transferring to Columbia after that occurred.
Foul ball down the line, just out of play.
Yeah, not a bad swing from Cundiff. He showed good set of hands. I thought, Grant Cundiff had a really good preseason jamboree. Didn't look bad in the season opener either. He is from North Callaway. That's in Kingdom City, Missouri.
He would serve him well to get one to opposite field right now.
Yeah, they are absolutely giving it to him. There's a big space between Tyler Rusk, the first baseman, and Marcus Rader, the second baseman, as they're trying to hold the runner.
Ooh.
I think he was thinking about the Oppo juice there.
He definitely had an inside-out swing on that one. Just missed it. Which it's still, it's up for grabs. You hit it that way, and you get it out in the yard. Is Maples going to come in and make the throw at home, or is he just going to let it go and throw it into 2, and you can score a run and make it 6-11? Or
Breaking ball from Hammett. Cundiff tried to check. He ended up fouling it. I'm not sure if that hit anywhere near the barrel of the bat, to be honest.
Sounded hard. But he definitely kind of a oops swing.
Staying in the hunt nonetheless. Hammett comes back at him with a fastball. Again, the inside-out approach. Fouls it off, sliced. It's going to be 50 cents for somebody.
Well, if he can get that hit and they score, and we're sitting bottom of the 7th inning, or top of the 7th inning with now make it a 4-run ball game.
Instead he pulls
that
it.
Gets through.
Oh, and it's going to get past the third baseman Turner, and yes, they will send the runner Winkler. No challenge. It is 11-6. So Grant Cundiff, we kept saying go the other way, go the other way. He pulls it and generates a run for the Mets.
Well, Thor Turner down there, that's 2 on the day down the line.
Yeah.
That just appeared to it really appears like the new turf, the bounce, the way it grips the ball. He's gone to backhand 2 right there that looked like the ball's being gripped and pulled away from him, and that one snuck down the line.
Clay Murphy sends this one left side. McFarland throws to second, and Rader, they get the first out. Or the second out, rather. They do not get the double play, is what I was very confusingly trying to say. Sorry, Clay.
You're fine. Are they, I don't know if the scoreboard's adjusted. Are we 11-5 or is it 11-6?
Should be 11-6.
Okay. That's what I thought. Just want to make sure I was
in favor
tracking.
of the Showman. Well, it might be one of those where I go sort it out at the changeover here. So the Mets have batted around. Harrison Broadstreet led off this inning with a walk. So that should tell you right there the Mets are having the big one happen.
Well, and it's that 1 inning type of thing. Now Branson's had 2. They've had 2 big innings, a 6 and a 5, but nothing else much has been done. Here, okay, you still have your opportunity, but now you've just cut it from a 6-run ball game to a 5, and you still have 2 more innings of play. Anything can happen, so don't think that this game is over.
Broadstreet chased a slider there. He knows it. A little upset with himself with the body language. Now down 1-2. Hammett trying to just get out of the jam. Went to a breaking pitch, swung on, fouled off.
And on the field right now, you can see the tree shadow starting to cast over home plate and make its way out into the infield. You know, these next 2 innings, when that shadow gets out there, for that split second that you need to see that ball and pick up on it, that will play a factor into some of the optics for our hitters.
You have the phenomenon where the pitcher is in the sun and the hitter is in the shade. That always gets a little bit tricky.
Yes, it does. But that's kind of what makes different
that's
baseball
part of the
parks.
fun, right?
Yeah, so much fun. Is every park is different, has its own little quirk that you got to work around.
Broadstreet staying in the hunt.
Yeah, the only thing you don't want to have to work around in a baseball game is the umpires. Like, you don't want a hitter, you don't want to sit there and think, well, 50% of my battle's the pitcher, the other 50 is the guy behind the catcher. You know,
that's not happened today. I feel like this 3-man crew's done a nice job. Tyler McNeely, Curtis Eaton, and Mate Miller.
Everybody's got their opinions on that. No, I thought they did a good job, at least for our game. They've done a great job this game. You know, the umpires out here do a good job. I don't think they get enough credit.
Chopper to third. Turner up with it this time.
Oh
no, and then he threw it away. So Rusk retrieves the baseball. They keep, it's a courtesy runner out there, Tolbert, on the paths. He stops at third. My goodness. So the 7th inning continues. First and third, and the guy you don't want coming up is about to step into the left-handed batter's box, Harrison Waters.
Now, if I was Waters, I would you really want to know that your guy on first in a situation like this. And a lot of times you'll have coaches say, hey, you got 2 outs, never be the 3rd out by getting thrown out of the base by stealing. It's like first and third this late in the game. That's why you kind of wish a guy could steal.
Grounder to second. Rader is able to handle it, and the Showmen get out of the inning, but not before the Springfield Metropolitans put up a crooked number. 6 runs for them. They still trail the Showmen 11-6. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this. It is the 7th inning stretch, sponsored by Sumit's Hot Yoga. And at Sumit's Hot Yoga, you are going to feel awesome.
When Gary and Sandra Henry started Henry's Towing nearly 5 decades ago, customers knew that Henry would be the guy coming to help. People would call and ask to let Henry do it. And as Springfield has grown, our family has grown as well, so there's always someone around to come help you out. Everyone at Henry's is a member of the family, fully trained and as dependable as the original. With a family this size, help is always right around the corner. So if you find yourself in need of roadside assistance, remember to call the name you've grown to know and trust. Remember to let Henry do it!
Do you ever wake up and feel like you're already out of energy? I haven't felt that way since I started doing yoga. You do yoga every morning. Best change I've ever made.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's Hot Yoga. You are going to feel awesome!
We're on the other side of the Sumit's Hot Yoga 7th inning stretch. 11-6 is our score, with the Branson Showmen leading the Springfield Metropolitans. Bottom of the 7th, Showmen looking to improve to 2-1. Springfield Metropolitans, meanwhile, hunting for their first win of the season. Coming up tonight, the baseball night in the Ozarks game will be the Moon City Mavericks at 0-2, taking on the 2-0 Nixa Suckers. Thomas McFarland is the batter for the Showmen here in the 7th. Scoreboard still showing 5 runs, but I swear Mets scored 6 in that inning.
Well, I haven't seen a Met come up here and argue with anyone yet, so maybe it is just 5. I don't have the scorebook in front of me, so I'm not keeping track.
So we'd have to do yeah, he wiped off the base. Yeah, there was only 1 runner. I think 6 is right. There's a strikeout meanwhile as Clay Murphy gets Thomas McFarland.
Yeah, Clay's not wasting any time.
Nor should he.
He knows where he's at where he feels he's got the confidence to know where he's at in their lineup and just attack.
And it's to his advantage to push pace, especially late in the game, needing his team to get back up to bat. Justin Loudon pinch hits for the Showman here, swung over the top of a Murphy slider.
That's a good pitch.
So these guys have been teammates for the last 3 seasons, Loudon and Murphy.
See, that's what keeps him in such a good rhythm. When he throws the ball and it's by, he immediately starts back-stepping to the rubber to get in a position where he's catching the ball 3 up, 3 down.
Takes snacks upstairs. That's only 2 outs.
Well, no, 3 up, 3 strikes.
3 up,
sorry,
yeah, 3 strikes.
Boom, boom, boom. He's attacking, but he gets in that rhythm. He lets go of the ball. Catcher has it. He's back-stepping towards the mound just to catch the ball on the way back to the rubber and then start his next pitch. And when a pitcher gets in a rhythm like that, you want to call time because he feels really comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't want him to be comfortable out there.
Clay Odell. Here's the other Marine. This is Josh Wilbanks, native of Douglasville, Texas. Served a couple of combat tours in Iraq. Broke into the Grip and Rip in 2020. That was Actually been through barber school and is just starting out his own barbering company.
We talked about that last week. I was playing first and he got on, and vice versa. We were just kind of talking. He says barber school, doing all that, and I told him, I said, man, you ought to open up a barber shop and call it K-Bar Cuts. You know,
I think last I saw he was toying around with Jarhead, was going to be in the name somewhere.
Yeah. Well, you know that if you want a good high and tight, take it to a Marine. We'll do it better than anyone.
Josh has probably seen a few of those. Here's that's, oh my gosh, it's going to turn into a swinging bunt and an infield single for Wilbanks.
That was what we were talking about earlier. Just
that
seems
thing
to
stayed
want
fair.
To stay fair.
Oh, Josh will take it, man. Just willing that thing fair. And with the way he runs, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's still got some quickness in his feet. Don't let him fool you out there.
So Marcus Rader bats here. Sponsored by Bailey Chevrolet GMC in Willow Springs, Missouri. He is originally from Kabul. All-conference infielder there, and second-team All-State pitcher to go with that in Class 2. Murphy throws a breaking pitch. That's swung on. Now Murphy's kind of limping around, and now Hazelhorst, oh goodness. The catcher, Cole Hazelhorst, just went down like a ton of bricks.
Looks like he's holding the backside of his knee.
Yeah, oh goodness.
He's trying to turn. That's not a good sign.
No. Trying to take off the shin guard now.
I wonder if it was maybe the backswing from when he was swinging.
Caught him,
yeah. Maybe it caught him back behind there. You hit the bone, you hit that outside of your knee where there's not protection there. You catch that, that's gonna sing to you, and it's not gonna be a beautiful lullaby.
Cole Hazelhorst is hurting, but he is a tough kid. He's gonna hang in. Marcus Rader down 0-2 with 2 outs. Runner on first is Wilbanks for the Showman. They lead big here in the 7th. Murphy misses with a high fastball.
Yeah, he didn't really follow through on that one, but that high fastball again, this is where I would suspect either a curve or his slider.
Clay kind of behaving like maybe an ankle is giving him trouble. Rader pulls this one. That's going to get through. So Marcus Rader gets a nice feather in the cap hit. And that will send it back to the top of the order, and Skylar Carter with 2 runners on. So Carter, GRBL's all-time leader in hits, now with 78 of them, if you count the one from today. Swing, chopper, foul.
Got around on that one. That's he's looking to pull.
That's typically his MO, is to be a dead pull hitter, though we have, as he has aged, we've seen him actually display a little bit of opposite field hitting ability. So, but early in his career, yeah, the spray chart was pretty boring. It was just pull, 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 pull. Called strike on the outer half there.
Now this, when you're in that last third of the game, you don't want it inside. You keep the ball away. That was a great pitch. Keep it a little lower right there.
Yep.
Excellent execution by Clay Murphy, because you want to keep the hardest ball to hit is the lowest outside pitch.
Mm-hmm.
And when you got 2 and you just put one by him, they're going to try to quicken up. Well, put it outside. A lot of times they open that shoulder. Ba-boom. Just see what you just saw.
5 strikeouts and counting in this one for Clay Murphy. 11-6 is the score. Showman still in front. We go to the 8th.
I'm Nicole Cartmell with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
The Henry's towing pitching change for the Showmen. They call on Marcus Rader out of the bullpen. Oh, we saw him hit last inning. Now we're going to watch Marcus Rader pitch. So far in his GRBL career, 1 inning, 1 earned run, 1 hit on 12 pitches. Small sample size for the All-Stater from Kabul, Missouri. But got a little bit of extended run in the preseason jamboree. Felt like, you know, for a guy who looks like he's been away from baseball for about a decade, I liked Rader's command. Showman making some other changes as well, as Josh Wilbanks has the chest protector, the guards, and the helmet on. So if I didn't know any better, I'd say Josh is in at catcher. Still Turner at third, McFarland at short. Stand by for second. That's Hammett, and then Rusk at first base. Parker and Carter and Maples in the outfield. So Jacob Carlson, whatever happened to him, he has not come back into this ballgame since. Certainly hope it's something that can be worked out between now and September 8th when the league returns to action from Labor Day.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt if he just took himself out to kind of, not to think that anything is always over, but
sure,
felt comfortable enough with the lead and what's coming up through the bullpen. Just, hey, I don't need to be out there playing tonight. Just let me focus on managing and
live to fight another day.
Yeah, let the other guys get some time and swings.
So no games next Sunday, September 1st. We're back at it September 8th. It'll be Showman Locos at high noon. The Mavericks play the Metropolitans at 3. And then the Nixa Suckers play the Ozark Mountain Ducks in the good old Christian County Family Feud on baseball night in the Ozarks.
Nice.
Zach Young laces one into center field. So he is on for the Mets to get us going in the 8th.
Only matter of time for him. He was due on the day. I mean, he hits it hard. When he hits it hard. It's like the best you can do is just get in front of it.
So he's on for Cole Hazelhurst, who we saw shake off some pain, but he's going to stay in the ball game. Cole 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk. Rader went at him with a heat. There's a nice pick by McFarland. They feed for one. Hammett's throw not in line with the glove of the first baseman Tyler Rusk. It'll be a 6-4. They get the lead runner.
Barely stays in play. That's good.
Yeah, that'll keep Hazelhurst at first instead of just the free pass to second.
Yeah, it's the defense. You're like, you don't want to give up any free passes. Mets are looking for any break that they can get right now.
So here is Mark Blehm.
Man, there's a big hole on the right side. Let's see if he goes oppo.
It's Blehm 0 for 1 today. Eight hits a season ago with the Metropolitans. Definitely got his money's worth with that swing, but not enough distance on it. Justin Parker, the left fielder, camps out and makes the catch for the second out. It's Van Gorp's turn now. Got hit by a pitch. Only time he's batted today. Or check that. No, he's 0 for 1. Forget that. Struck out back in the second. So 0 for 1. On base percentage a little healthier. That is way up. Alex Bird, the catcher, stutter stepping. He calls for it, and then the ball drops. Check that. That's Will Banks, the catcher. Apologies to Alex there. And then that ball caromed into foul territory, so ends up being no harm. I'm sure the Showman would like the out, however.
Yeah, that was a little unfortunate. I mean, worked out for him being in foul territory, but it's like you want the out. Get out of the inning.
Last 15 feet of descent, like you talked about, often the most treacherous. Called strike there.
It's amazing the spin that ball will have on a foul ball like that, and how it just cuts that last little bit as he fires down to first, back in safe. But it really is you want to get your body in a position. That's why it's most important for those out there in the infield. You'll see a lot of catchers run out there and turn around and face home plate to be ready for that ball to come back to them in the front. You know.
In that case, Josh's back was turned. He was, he could say, it was good that he avoided a collision.
Right.
But certainly, I think the play might have been to try to run out, keep an eye on it, and then turn his body. As Raider misses up there.
And as a defense, like your third catcher, pitcher can catch fly balls in front of the mound. You don't want to go back behind the mound, but in that little area up front, third baseman, hey, man, catcher, you got that. Not a problem. I'm not even going to charge.
Will Banks bounced that one off of the top of the mound, sort of grip locked it throwing down as runner took off and stole. That's Dave Allen swiping a bag. That's a well-hit ball by Van Gorp. Into left it goes, but Justin Parker is just a black hole out there. Back-to-back retirements for JP, so the Mets go away empty-handed in the 8th. Score remains 11-6. Showman out in front, and we're back right after this.
I'm William Beadle of Tolbert Beadle. Why would you call anyone else after a car accident? Tolbert Beadle has been right here in Missouri for decades. We know the local courts, and we know how to fight. You don't pay us a penny unless we win money for you. And we're not satisfied until we secure the largest settlement possible. With millions of dollars recovered, you know who to call. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
When it comes to protecting your home, you need professionals who care. At Roof Repair Pros, our skilled team delivers high-quality roof repairs with attention to detail and precision. Call us at 417-776-164 for free estimates. Craving authentic Venezuelan cuisine? We're bringing the vibrant taste of Venezuela right to your neighborhood, introducing Chayamo's House. Arepas, taquinos, empanadas, and refreshing Venezuelan drinks. We are located in 2166 State Highway 248, Branson.
Rance Burger, Clay Odell with you live here at Meador Park. 11-6 ball game. Branson Showman out in front, bottom of the 8th. They come to bat, looking to pad their lead. Batter is Ben Hammett. He's being inserted into the lineup here in Jacob Carlson's spot, so the 2 spot. So I think we can confirm Jacob Carlson's day is done, at least as a player, but still managing things for the Purple Gang. Hammett's got under that. That's going to get out of here, but foul.
I don't know, man. It ain't over yet.
It is not. It's
you never
definitely
know.
not. And Clay Murphy, for the most part today, has been dealing as he gets his 6th strikeout. That punches Ben Hammett down. Batter will be Trey Turner.
That's a curveball no one wants to see. It starts high, breaks hard, stays away. There's only one option, and that's just hit it the other way and get lucky if you do it.
Trey Turner absolutely waffles this one into the air. Calvin Dreyer, the second baseman, charges in.
And Mr. Number 2 pencil.
It's Tyler Rusk time.
Whoever thought up that idea to paint a bat like a number 2 pencil is just genius to me.
Like I said, I'm honestly surprised when Tyler Rusk told us he was going to play with that thing. That thing is artwork.
I think the only better thing could be a lightsaber.
So there's a grounder to third. Blehm up with it on the run. Zach Young able to hold on. So a 1-2-3 inning for Clay Murphy. He's got 6 strikeouts in this ball game. He has 170 for his career, for those of you in Wolf Lake, Illinois, who wanted to know that stat. Back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this. It'll be the commercial-free 9th inning, right after you get to hear from our friends at Hotsy.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Ain't over yet. Marcus Rader back to work for the Showman. 11-6 is their advantage as we go into the commercial-free 9th inning. Say a big thank you to our title sponsor, Henry's Towing. When you're in a jam, remember to make the right call. Remember to let Henry do it. And a big thank you also to Central Bank Company and to the Bank of Missouri. Live well, bank well. Calvin Dreyer comes to bat for the Mets. Down by 5. Got to make something happen. Swung on, popped. It's going to get well out of play. So what were you saying about, a straight back foul ball? Good indicator that he was on it and just missed.
That timing is there. Let's just see if he can square one up.
Yes, he does. That is in the air, center field. Carter is going to have to range back. But he's able to do so and make the catch. That's a former Gold Glove Award winner out there. Hauling that one in to get the first out. Bring up Dalton Winkler, 1 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, when they tee it up dead center or they foul it up straight back, that's the indicator that the hitters are on to you. They are timed up, ready to go with you.
Rader went down in the zone. It's a pretty nice pitch as Winkler just followed it with his eyes.
Well, and he's doing what you have to do. When you know they're on you, all right, I got to take a little bit off. Got to move it. Keep it low and away. Keep it low and away. And he did that right there. And might pay off this at bat. We'll see.
1-1. Winkler sends this one way up. That's a window smasher. Into the parking lot, and yeah, that is, I'm watching it now, it just rolled across Fremont Road off the west curb there. Rader went back down with the fastball.
He's staying away, which, is what you want to do. This point in the game, that last third, keep it away.
Goes down again. Winkler does not chase, and now we're back even 2-2.
Might take something off this one, throw a little off speed, same place.
He does indeed. That was the off-speed pitch. That was fouled. Looked like off the umpire. I guess somehow ended up with Wilbanks in his possession. That was very strange. I'd have to go back and watch that slowly to see what path the ball actually took. So another 2-2. This is swung on and chopped into play. Rader off the mound. And great job by Rader, just staying down on it, staying calm, and not rushing his throw.
Exactly. He knew he had time. Might as well field it with 2 hands, take your step, make a nice smooth throw.
Good instinctive baseball on the part of the Showman pitcher Marcus Rader. Here's the last chance for the Mets. Grant Cundiff.
Good hit.
Yes, it is. He is 2 for 2 on the day.
Oh, got by him.
Then it got by the center fielder Carter, so it will be extras for Cundiff as Parker now at the wall making the throw in. He's going to get third base, no problem. It ain't over yet.
It ain't over. 2-out rally. Not saying it's going to happen, but I have seen them before.
So Cundiff is on. Top of the order go the Mets. Clay Murphy is going to get one last crack here. 1 for 3 on the day with a single and a walk. Makes him now 5 for 11 on the season. Pretty good numbers.
Right down the middle, strike one. He's just going after him.
Oh, 1 pitch. Murphy got a barrel to it. This is in the air to left. Justin Parker continuing to have himself a day out there. He hauls it in, and that is the ball game. So 11-6, we believe, your final score. Branson Showmen take the win. 2 victories in a row for the Branson Showmen. They improved to 2-1, while the Metropolitans fall to 0-3. Our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. What do you do when the score sheet is just a hot mess of baseball?
Give it to the whole team and talk to the manager about it.
Might be what I have to do. Oh, let's see. We got a couple of guys with 3 RBIs, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go Trey Turner and Toby Yorks will share our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game honors. They each had 2 hits and 3 runs batted in. So there you go. Trey Turner, Toby Yorks, and a huge tip of the cap as well to Tyler Abma for his 5 shutout innings. So
100%.
Do the hockey thing there, the 3-star announcement, if you will. So 3 stars for the Branson Showmen, Tyler Abma, Toby Yorks, Trey Turner. They win 11-6. Well, Clay Odell, this has been fun, man. This was the first time. It will certainly not be the last time.
I hope not.
We'll definitely have you back up here. Real quick, for folks who want to check out Sermons on the Mound, what do they need to do?
All you got to do is go to Facebook or Instagram. Just type in Sermons on the Mound.
Not the Mount.
Not the Mount. Not Matthew.
It's a play on words, right?
It is kind of a play
Baseball
on
meets
words.
the Bible.
It is. It's kind of a play on words with Jesus' Sermon on the Mount in the Scriptures, and so we just decided to call it Sermons on the Mound. And do weekly mound visits, and we're going to start doing more of them. Just trying to build positive encouragement through life, and using baseball and other things as examples, as analogies, ultimately to get our minds kind of geared on the things of God. And we're starting a podcast. We're getting episodes recorded right now.
Cool.
It'll be a little bit before those drop, and so eventually that'll probably be on Spotify and Apple and all that kind of stuff, where we can have hour-long episodes or longer talking about some deeper stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's just Sermons on the Mount on Facebook or Instagram, and you can just click our page, and we invite you, and then we start posting videos, most of the time on every Friday. Just give a little 5-minute Devo to help get our minds wrapped around the things of God, be a positive encouragement, and to realize that the week may be over, but we still have things to do, and we got to keep going and stay positive. Stay positive.
Definitely fits in with the GRBL as well. The week is over, but we've still got things to do.
100%. 100%. So
love to hear it. And what do you always say at the end, remember?
Claybo loves you.
Claybo loves you. Well, Clay Odell, thanks so much, and we'll have you back for sure.
I loved it. Let's do it again.
He's Clay Odell. I'm Rance Berger. We will step aside, come back, visit with some of the guys from the Branson Showmen as they are victors today. That is 2 wins in a row for the Purple Gang. And it comes at a very nice juncture in the season, headed into the Labor Day break. So back to visit with some of the guys from the Showman right after this.
Acme Towing Company. That's too far away.
Let Henry's do it.
Nah, we're ready to close.
Let Henry's do it.
Henry's is ready to take your call right now. From compacts to semis, Henry is here to help 24/7. Save yourself the hassle and make us your first call. Henry's gets there fast, offering multiple locations to serve the Ozarks. When you're stuck on the side of the road, make the right call. Let Henry do it.
I need a change. My workouts are too boring.
Oh, I've got an amazing workout for you. Hot yoga. I've lost weight and I'm more flexible.
Try our community classes for only $8.
Sumit's hot yoga. You are going to feel awesome.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meisner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
I'm William Beadle from Tolbert Beadle. It only takes 1 second for a person to be involved in an accident. And when the worst occurs, there's only one person that matters, you. At Tolbert Beadle, we want to be the one you call for help. We're the one to get you the compensation you deserve from the insurance companies. Call us today and find out if you have a case. The consultation is always free. Tolbert Beadle, when you need justice.
Back with you live at Meador Park, where the Branson Showmen are winners. That is 2 victories in a row now for the Purple People Eaters as they improve to 2-1, making a little noise in that GRBL South. Pleased to be joined by manager Jacob Carlson and starting pitcher Tyler Abma. Well, Jacob, let's start with you. Had a banger of a day at the plate there, 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles, and then injury struck. So first of all, how are you physically, man? What's going on?
I'm good. It was just calves were tightening up a little on me. And, took a little bit while, but I got them loosened up a little bit. But should be good. Just got to hydrate a little bit better throughout the week, and we'll be good to go.
Yeah, I wondered if that might be cramping. So certainly glad to hear it's nothing more sinister than not that we should downplay a cramp, because I'm an old guy and I know how unpleasant that can be.
I think the defense, when we were out on defense, there was in the dugout and it was just kind of pulsating. So it was one of the more severe cramps that I think I've had, but it was just a cramp. So.
Well, Tyler Abma, you just keep it rolling. 5 innings pitched. Let's see, scattered 3 hits. Struck out 7, so the streak of scoreless innings continues for you. Let's talk about what happened as you made the adjustment. Your club goes out, puts up a 6 spot in the 3rd. Does that change your approach at all when you go out there for the 4th, knowing that you now have a nice big cushion to work with?
It doesn't really change my approach too much. Especially halfway through the outing. I've seen a lot of the batters once or twice by then, and so I've got a plan to get some outs, and my general plan is just to throw a ton of strikes, and so just keep attacking the zone, not giving away any freebies on the bases, and that's just kind of stick with that and try to follow up the 6th spot with a quick 0 and get us back in the dugout and let them stand outside where it's nice and hot.
Go out and get 5 more the following inning, by the way. So it is now, to recap what's been a heck of an August, you conceded exactly 1 run through the month, and that's a good August. It's your 2nd year in the GRBL, I know. Was your lead up to this year any different than it was, going into your rookie year? Did you do some things differently to get ready?
Not really much change. I mean, last year, in kind of the lead up to the season, I was moving from Utah, so I had a lot more. A
lot of weightlifting, if nothing else.
Yeah. Lots of low back. But no, just not a whole lot of difference. Just happy to be here, be around, playing the game. It's just every time I get to be here, I'm just thrilled to play some more.
So Jacob Carlson, this is a good day for a lot of your hitters. Trey Turner and Toby Yorks both turn in multi-hit games, and they have 3 RBIs apiece. I know it's a small sample size with Trey certainly, but he's been hitting very well in 2 games. But how about getting Toby Yorks going there down in the second half of the order?
Yeah, he's a guy that he's hit fairly consistently throughout the the last 3-4 years that I've been able to play with him, and he's just a great dugout guy. He makes a lot of jokes, and he's a good heckler of the other side. So he's just a good guy to have in the dugout, and just to see him hitting the way that he has been, it's awesome to see.
So how has just the mental approach to the game overall changed for you now that you've got the manager's card in your hand and you have all of the other duties as assigned that go with that?
Yeah, I try to have as much of a plan going into every game, but you never know what's going to happen week to week. So just being able to kind of be thinking quick on my feet a little bit to make those adjustments. And it does give you something else to think about throughout the game. So I have noticed that I'm thinking about when am I going to make the switches, what switches am I going to make, even though I try to be prepared going in. But it is kind of on the back of your mind throughout.
Tyler, just pretend he's not here for a second. What's Jacob Carlson like as a manager? Is he a player's manager? Is he a textbook guy? Is he instill healthy amounts of fear? What's it like?
I haven't seen any fear yet, but we'll see. I'm sure he could if he needed to. But no, he's been great to play for. I mean, very very vocal. We all know what's going on at all times. So I mean that's the big thing. I mean, if you going out there and just not really knowing what to expect coming to the park, and you're like, I don't know if I'm playing, if I'm on the bench, like what's going on. But
yeah.
I mean, lets us know what's going on, what we're doing, and so I mean that's really about all you can ask with it.
So 2 wins in a row and a big momentum grab headed into the Labor Day break. We will see you guys out here, or not out here because we're done at Meador Park for a while. We'll see you guys down in Ozark at Ozark Mountain Sports Complex Sunday, September the 8th, high noon. You get to take on the Red Hot Republic Locos, who are now 3-0. And boys, that ought to be a pretty good tussle, I think.
Yeah, no, they're playing good ball. Their pitching's been excellent. They've been hitting it pretty well. So. We'll look to try and get a stop to that.
All right, and you and Mr. Abma will try to keep it rolling, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
All right, thank you guys so much, Tyler Abma and Jacob Carlson from the Branson Showmen. They are winners today, 11-6, defeating the Springfield Metropolitans. Showmen improve to 2-1 and improve their standing in the GRBL South Division, solidifying the number 2 position as we get ready for the nightcap. What we're going to do is shut down this stream for those of you tuning in to see the Moon City Mavericks and the Nixa Suckers. So we will stop the stream. We will start a new stream for that ball game here in just a few minutes. So until then, for my partner Clay Odell and for our director Derek Saiko, my name is Rance Berger, wishing you good night from Meador Park in Springfield, Missouri.